6'1", 285-pound junior, number 58, Mike Branch. Also on the defensive line, 6'1", 245-pound junior, number 50, Casey Lugers. Also on the defensive line, 6'1", 212-pound sophomore, number 3, Tyreek Dunlow. Another defensive lineman, a 6'2", 336-pound senior, number 77, Levi Grimes. At linebacker, a 6', 212-pound senior, number 13, John Edmonds. Another linebacker, 5', 6", 183-pound senior, number 41, Ethan Hollowitz. A defensive back, 6'4", 202-pound senior, number 1, Dean Boyd. Defensive back, 5'8", 179-pound senior, number 6, DeMarcus McElroy. At defensive back, a 5'7", 158-pound junior, number 2, Will Burney. At defensive back, 5'9", 161-pound junior, number 9, Mark Manning. And a defensive back, a 6'1", 166-pound senior, number 10, Jacqueline Irving. Starting on offense for your Warren G. Harding Raiders, number 11, Dom Foster. At wide receiver, number 9, Kanye Red. At wide receiver, number 24, Tyreek Ivory. At running back, number 26, Bryson Powell. At halfback, number 5, Maurice Williams. At quarterback, number 10, Dallas Jets. The center, number 63, Freddie Washington. At left guard, number 61, Tamari Jackson. At right guard, number 54, Manny Washington. At left tackle, number 67, Caden Murphy. And at right tackle, number 52, Raul Brown.
We'd like to take this evening to recognize our Warren G. Harding Raider Marching Band senior class. Up first is Ben Anderson. Ben's a trumpet player. He's 2 years in the Harding Band. His college plans include attending Terra State Community College for music theory and music technology. He's escorted tonight by his mom, Naomi, and sisters, Ariana and Larissa. Xander Blow is a trumpet player. He's been in the band for 4 years. After high school, he plans on attending the Marines and joining the Marine Corps Band. He's escorted tonight by Mom Leanne and Dad Brian, brothers and sisters Cole, Faith, Wyatt, Catherine, Zoe, William, and Flynn. Dante Butler, trumpet player and mascot, been in the Harding Band for 4 years. He is undecided, but he would like to major in culinary arts. He's escorted tonight by his mom, Christina, his sisters, Tara and Naya, and his Aunt Amy. Ian and Ethan Dodge. Ian Dodge plays the saxophone. He's been in the band for 3 years. He plans on attending Kent State University to major in IT and athletic coaching. Ethan Dodge is a baritone player. Been in the band for 4 years. He plans on attending the University of Cincinnati. He is escorted tonight by his mom and stepdad. Janaya Poole, clarinet player, been in the band for 4 years. She plans to attend Cleveland State University and majoring in songwriting. She is escorted tonight by her mom, Brooke, brothers Juwan and Michael, and sister Micaiah. Nicole Riley, a clarinet player, 4 years in the band. She plans on attending Kent State University to study nursing. She is escorted tonight by mother Sarah, her grandmother Carol, grandfather Bob, and her sister Emily. Ashanti Rogers, flightline member. Been a member of the band for 3 years. Plans on attending HBCU College. Her major is undecided. She is escorted tonight by her grandparents, Gloria and Larry, and her brother, Joseph. Nicholas Stevenson, brass section. 4 years in the band. He plans on attending YSU, but is currently undecided. He is escorted tonight by his mom, Barb, sister and nephews, Taz, Aiden, and Eric, sister Lene, and Uncle Walter. Kyle Benetti, mellophone player, 4 years in the band. Kyle is currently undecided. Kyle is escorted tonight by his mom, Kara, dad, Dominic, and sister, Sophia. Lena Whitaker, trumpet player, been in the band for 4 years, currently undecided. Escorted tonight by her Aunt Rochelle, Grandma Sherry, Grandma Gwen, and Grandpa Ralph. Azaria Williams, flightline, been in the band for 2 years. Plans on attending YSU to major in business. She is escorted tonight by her dad Dante, her stepmom Candace, sister Takaya, and cousin Shakayla. Nye Shayla Williams, flightline, been in the band for 3 years. Plans on majoring in culinary arts. She is escorted tonight by her mother, Nicole, grandmother, Marilyn, Aunt Andrea, and Father Simpatico. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 Warren G. Harding Raider Marching Band Senior Class.
There's a place where I come from, everyone shows love. Hi, I'm Steve Shiro, Superintendent of the Warren City Schools.
Hi, I'm Wendy Hartzell, Chief Academic Officer of the Warren City Schools.
Hi, I'm Dante Capers, Associate Superintendent of the Warren City Schools.
Hi, this is Bill Nicholson, Athletic Director of Warren City Schools.
Hi, I'm Carly Polar, Campus Leader at Willard Pre-K through 8.
Hi, I'm Josh Guthrie, Campus Leader at Lincoln PK8.
I'm Jim Joseph. I'm the campus leader of Warren McGuffey PK8.
Hi, this is Carrie Boyer, campus leader at Jefferson PK8 School.
Hi, I'm Sandra Williams, principal at Warren G. Harding High School.
Hi, I'm Dawn Harper, head cheerleading coach here at Warren G. Harding High School.
Hi, this is head coach Steve Arnold of the Warren G. Harding Raiders.
Hi, this is Reed Young, band director here at Warren G. Harding High School.
Hi, I'm Paul Warfield, and I'm welcoming you here to Mollenkoff Stadium.
I'd like to welcome you to Mollenkoff Stadium.
Welcome 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 to Mollenkoff Stadium, home of the Warren G. Harding Raiders and the musical pride of Warren, Ohio, the Warren G. Harding Raider Marching Band. On behalf of the City of Warren, the Warren City Schools Board of Education, and the Warren G. Harding Athletic Department, we welcome you to tonight's game. Fans, we greatly appreciate your attendance here tonight and want to remind you of the following policies here at Mollenkoff Stadium. To help with our efforts of social distancing, please sit every other row on both the home and away side. Also, wearing a mask is highly recommended. The following items are not permitted inside the stadium: outside food and drinks, and umbrellas of any kind. A parent or legal guardian must accompany and supervise all elementary and middle school students. To help with our efforts of safety first, we do not allow re-entry, keep aisleways clear, and no standing along railings. To protect our field for years to come, fans are not permitted on the field before, during, or after tonight's game. Warren City Schools are alcohol and smoke-free facilities. Thank you for your attention and enjoy your night here at Mollenkoff Stadium.
Warren, Ohio, stand up. It's Friday night in the city. And the rain, the world sitting on my shoulders. There's no way, you can hold me down, baby. I just have to all my Put your hands up for the Buckeye State. Birthplace of aviation took that race. How many people represent our state? But in pictures, Montana banners and a whole lot of business. So how was the place? The game of progression. The way is independent. The way is very steady. You think I'm just beginning, but our way is never ending. Cause this way is our expression from the way we steady flexing.
Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.
Warren, Ohio, stand up. It's time to dream big in the city.
Brown, Vanessa Brandon, Myron Elsie, Derek Kelson, Vanessa Decree, Elfie Birch, and Mark Brandon. From the Warren G. Harding Raiders, LaShawn Daniels Sr., Derek Tolles, Maurice Claret, Carl Diggs, Prescott Burgess, David Herron, Vanessa Provin, Christopher Anzavino, Mario Manningham, Chris Rucker, Daniel Boone Herron, LaShawn Daniels Jr., James Daniels, Yoda Froholt, and recently added to the football legends of Warren, Ohio.
With the 80th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select
Lynn Bowden. Along the way, we have lost a few football legends of Warren, Ohio. but their legacy will live long here at Mollenkoff Stadium. John Chuckernia, Chuck Ripple, Jim Bratz, Lionel Thomas, Michael Graham, Teddy Roberts, Lionel Reed, David Rogers, and Corey Stringer. Mollenkoff Stadium, get on your feet and make some noise for your Warren G. Harding Raider Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the gold standard of Northeast Ohio, the Warren G. Harding Raider Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the flaying of our school alma mater, the gold and white.
Right after right after we do the national.
Here is Hang On Sloopy.
It's said that a big part of Friday nights was missing last year in these stands. But in reality, we heard and saw you. You see, the cheers, the love, and support from our fans may have looked a bit different. We gathered with our close family in front of TVs, invited a few friends to listen in, and we created new ways to celebrate when we heard touchdown Raiders. Yes, Mollenkoff is the home of 36 NFL players, 18 playoff appearances, 1 NFL Hall of Famer, and 7 state championships. But it's also the home to the best fans in high school football. So after 22 long months, we once again say to you, welcome to Mollenkoff Stadium. Welcome home.
Break them down. Who really gon' check me? Rare breed like a lefty. Line of scrimmage be lefting. Scoreboard be stretching. Competition is non-existent. They speculating and hating this. Putting on full quarantine. That G stand for greatness. It's a climb to the top. And we ain't trying to lose. Steady lacing up my cleats. They couldn't fit my shoes. Yeah, we really them dudes. You know, pull your leg back. past. Don't matter, turn for grass. Toss it up when it's up for grabs. No snatching anything in my bag. Losing ain't an option. They scheming and they watching. We gon' get the dub and bring it back to the club. I'm a Raider boy, yeah, I'm a Raider boy. Fool it, and we can't bring it down.
Raider fans, get on your feet. Let's hear it for your Raiders!
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise for the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
Well, they're going to see another dose of a McElroy running back as they did last week. Big game by the 5'8", 179-pound running back last week against Austintown Fitch. Hit him for about 350 in that nail biter that Ursuline was able to pull out. Obviously, Harding has started out with a really tough schedule this year, you know, with losses to teams like Massillon, Hudson, and I'm at a loss for the other game. But
Medina.
The three games that they've lost this year have been really tough nail biters. They've been in it. You know, the game against Medina, Division I quarterback going over to Penn State, being able to hold him to under 200 yards. Just one bad quarter is what really sunk the Raiders for that game. A couple mistakes against that Hudson team, and that could have went the other way. And just the character and the fight that they showed against Massillon last week to come back and make that a game. It could have easily been a running clock by the second quarter, but they were able to fight back and show a lot of heart to come back to make that a 3-point loss. As we said last week, there are no moral victories here at Mollenkopf Stadium. We only look to learn from some of our mistakes and put it all together. This is a great opportunity, big stage for the Raiders tonight to get back in the win column.
Absolutely. The one thing is, like, we're getting ready here to have Ursuline kick it off. We're going to have Dan Regan, the head coach of Ursuline's, having a sort of a homecoming. He was on the staff back here at Harding, 98 to 2003. Looking to see what he can do against this Raider team.
As they set back, you see Tyreek Ivory and Don Foster back deep. Let's see if the kicker's able to get it to the end zone. Last week, that was one of the Achilles heels for Massillon, keeping it in play, and Tyreek Ivory did the rest. Let's see what the Raiders have in store. Onside kick, trick play, they got to get on it.
Harding is all over receiving that one, but Ursuline was not too far behind to defend. Looks like Harding's going to take over, and they're about their 37, 38-yard line.
Yeah, Brandon, you talked about Coach Reardon, very familiar here to Mollenkopf Stadium. Back, I believe, in the earlier 2000s, was an assistant coach here. This is his second stint here with the Irish, with a couple state championships under his belt. Looking to fool the Raiders coming out there with that onside kick. Didn't work out. It's going to turn out for a great opportunity at the 40-yard line for the Raiders.
All right, we got one back in the field. Looks like we got number 10, quarterback. Man in motion.
That's Dallas Jett. Last week, I think Dallas Jett, with his 350-plus yard performance, secured himself as the Raiders' #1 running back.
Oh, and we got a bobbled snap, and Ursuline is all over it.
Yeah, not how the Raiders wanted to start out. Busted play. You can see the running back and quarterback not on the same page there. Dallas Jett ends up going down for a loss to start the game out.
All right.
Yeah, Brandon, these are some of the things we talk about, just getting the nerves out of the way. You know, nobody feels these losses more than the players do. The coaches, the fans, and everybody like us. We sit up here and we analyze, we talk about it through the week, but there's nobody that feels it like the players. So I guarantee you they're coming out here today in this first series trying to make a statement. Just got to get the nerves in place and play football like they were taught to.
All right, we got Dallas Jett right in the bat. Takes a snap. And that's a swing out to Dom Foster. Up the field, up to the 50, to the 40, still on his feet, 25, touchdown!
That's how you get your quarterback going. Find those short passes. Get your athletes in space like they did last week. Dom Foster early finds that screen pass from Dallas Jett, able to take it up the sideline with a little bit of assistance, one man to beat, little push to the back, kept his balance, got in the end zone. Way to put the Raiders up 6-0 here early in the first quarter.
Now, Eddie, you talk about these guys needing to come out and have a statement right off this opening drive. And now we're getting ready to see Jake Doherty on to put on the extra point. Last week he had a couple missed block PATs, and those points kind of what made it a little difficult for Harding at the end of the game there. This one's up, and it is good.
Yeah, we talk all the time up here about how there's three parts of football: offense, defense, special teams. Those, like you said, those blocked kicks last week ended up being a real difference maker, forcing us to go for two a couple times he made it, a couple times we didn't. But overall, Jake Doherty, sophomore, shows great potential moving forward.
One thing, some of that you can't even put on a kicker. A lot of that, kickers are one of those unremarkable kind of arts of football. It's either you love them or you hate them, but man, when they're good, they are good. Can't let those guys go.
It's a great weapon to have, especially at this level of football. You get yourself down to a 4th and 8, 4th and 9, somewhere around the 20-yard line, and you're kind of in no man's land here in high school. But if you've got a decent kicker you can depend on, being able to tack those 3 extra points onto the scoreboard could definitely be a difference late in the fourth quarter.
That's absolutely right. If there's something you can do to kind of help take some weight off of your offense one way or another, that's any little bit it's going to help no matter what. Jake Doherty's getting ready to line up and kick this guy off.
We got one man deep for Ursuline, sitting on his own 5-yard line. All right, and let's see what this return team can do. It's a short kick, fielded at about the 15.
That's going to be an open field tackle there for the Raiders, bringing them down. Decent field position for the Irish to start out with here at the 30. We talk about this all the time, Brandon. The key to this game is going to be controlling that line of scrimmage. We talked about the running back, McElroy, the big week he had last week, feeling confident. That offensive line is feeling confident. So it's going to be up to that Raider front four to really try to take control of that line of scrimmage early and stuff him in the backfield to make them drop back and throw the ball.
All right, quarterback number 5, Brady Shannon, throws it out to his favorite target, Dean Boyd. So far, Brady Shannon, he's had a pretty remarkable season through 4 games. He's almost 775 yards almost, got 11 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions. And believe it or not, Eddie, I don't know if you noticed, but he's actually a baseball commit to the University of Central Florida.
Yeah, I did read that, and a big thanks again to Dave Wormbaugh for providing great stats to help us call this game.
It's another screen pass. Urslin's got some running room. It's going to be a first down. And Will Burney's going to take that over the 50-yard line.
Yeah, these are two teams no different than Massillon and Harding. These two teams are very familiar with each other, very familiar with the offense. As you see, both teams trying to establish their offense firepower by getting the ball to their playmakers in space.
Oh, is in a little bit of trouble there in the pocket. Missed tackle. And he shoves him outside, out of bounds, about 4 or 5 yard gain there. You know, it looks like Ursuline's been really pushing this really no-huddle offense.
Yeah, this is when it comes down to the work you did in the offseason. You know, you got a lot of guys at this level going both ways. Just came off of that long touchdown over here, maybe on the kickoff team. Just trying to see what shape they're in early on in the game.
High snap, swings it out over the middle. That's his man, Will Burney, almost to the 25-yard line.
Nice catch there. Nice play by the Ursuline Irish there. Quarterback looked up, saw looked like a blitz there. Wide open middle, hit him for that 5-yard pass. The receiver was able to do the rest with his legs.
Out of the shotgun, you got a man in motion. And that's going to be a jet sweep over there, to number 9.
That looks like Mark Manning on the carry there. Yeah, that looked like a form of a jet sweep there. The quarterback, almost like an RPO, had an option to give it to him, keep it, maybe even drop back. Something that the Raiders got to watch is those trick plays.
Up the middle, Ursuline finds a hole inside the 5-yard line there.
Nice balance for the Raiders here early on, for the Irish early on with that run pass, really keeping the Raider defense on their heels.
Out of that no huddle, they've been running so quick.
Yeah.
And there it looks like Marcus McElroy just found the end zone.
Well, Ursuline quickly answers back with 6 of their own. Very balanced there between the run game as well as the passing game. Able to find some receivers down the middle, able to run those screen passes outside, getting some people in space there, making some moves, getting yards, but very methodical. The Ursuline offense coming out here to answer back with a quick 6 of their own after the Dom Foster touchdown.
All right, we got number 25 here is lined up for the kick. That's Reagan Smith. Kick is up, right down the middle. Ursuline ties this game up very fast. Not a lot of time in between. Hopefully Harding here can answer back.
Well, if last week is any defying statement for this week, I believe Harding, we scored about 43 last week. I believe Ursuline scored about 46 last week. I think Ursuline's averaging about 46 points a game. Both these teams with a lot of firepower on offense score from anywhere on the field. This may come down to a couple defensive stops or possibly just who has the ball last.
You're absolutely right there. And, hopefully, we can see some of these numbers like last week. Kanye Red was caught a couple of these big plays last week for Harding, helped kind of keep them in that game. So hopefully, Dallas Jet, when he comes out here, he can find his big man Kanye, or he can get a hold of Tyreek Ivory again. We haven't seen anything from him yet, so let's see if this offense can come out and fire right away.
Yeah, Dallas Jet last week with just an amazing game. I believe he threw for 6 touchdowns, ran for another one, tying a touchdown record and coming just a couple yards from Elijah Taylor's single game passing record. Running touchdown, spreading the ball out. You talked about Kanye Red with a couple big catches. Touchdown there down the seam here to the far side to get the Raiders back in the game, as well as the 10 catches by Tyreek Ivory, I believe about 179 yards. Dom Foster with another 5 catches for over 100 yards. So really keeping the defense on their toes, not singling in on one receiver, being able to identify that single coverage, throw it to his receivers, give them the opportunity to make plays, and more times than not, they were able to do it.
And say it's nice, past years with Harding, you haven't really seen a lot of the passing game very active. Within these last few years, though, you're starting to see that, once they kind of get that ball up in the air, it opens up the offense a lot more than we've seen from them in the past. It's a low squib kick. And it gets about to the 38-yard line. Harding's got some pretty good field position to start off this drive.
Now we'll see how they come out. Unfortunately, last series came out a little miscommunication between the running back and quarterback. Next play, though, made up for all that with the screen here to the near side. Dom Foster took it the rest of the way. We'll see if Coach Arnold and the rest of the coaching staff look to establish that line of scrimmage with a dominant running game here in the beginning of the first quarter to kind of wear that defensive line down for later in the game.
We got Dallas Jet looking over for the call. Hands it off. We got a flag on the play.
Bringing it back for a hold.
Great play, but those little miscues, just get a little bit of grab on that jersey, and that's all it takes to bring down such a great play.
Yeah, the penalties will kill a drive, especially those holding calls. 10-yard penalty really puts the offense at a disadvantage here. Going to be looking at a 1st and 20. But if it's any indication from the plays that you've seen thus far, Harding's got firepower. Whether it's at the wide receiver position, being able to go up on those 50-50 balls and come down with them, or it's those running backs being able to really hit that corner, turn on the jets, and get upfield. Really look for a high-powered offensive game here from both of these offenses, from the Ursuline Irish over here to the Warren Harding Raiders. Lots of firepower here. This is building up to be a really, really exciting high school football game.
Yeah, you talk about being a high firepower kind of game here. I wouldn't even be surprised if we have a game that comes down 40, 50 points each on each of these teams' score at the end of the game here. If these offenses are all firing on all cylinders like we see them already, then we're in for, just like you said, like a great night.
Yeah. Going to bring up 2nd and 17 here for the Raiders. Familiar defense as they saw last week. The Ursuline Irish are coming out here in a traditional 3-4 defense. Got to watch those linebackers where they're blitzing from. If they start to get that pressure, you saw we're not afraid to run that middle screen. Use that aggressiveness against them. Get the ball to your athletes and let them get upfield.
All right. Dallas Jet's out of the shotgun. Swings it. It gets about a yard, if that, and he's brought down pretty quickly.
Yeah, Dallas Jet there tried to find the outside. Linebackers stepped up and filled those holes, stayed home to the outside, turned everything back inside to the defense where you got 10 more players coming, exactly how you're coached to defend that play there.
It brings up a 3rd and long here for the Raiders. Looks like we're going 4-man wide here. I wouldn't be surprised to see a nice long heave-ho towards the end zone even. Swings out, and he gets about 10 of it, but not quite enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, found him underneath there on the sideline, hoping that he could make a couple moves and get upfield, but that's still going to bring up about a 4th and 5 around the 45-yard line. 4th and 4, it looks like they're saying. A little too early in this game to start going for it, but these stops, you got to watch. With the kind of offensive firepower that's on the other side of the ball, really crucial to keep yourself out of those 3rd and long positions that lead to punts, because this really seems like it's going to come down to a game of who has the ball last.
All right, got Jake Doherty lined up. You're ready to punt this ball away. Gets it up. A fair catch. About the 22-yard line.
Yeah, nice punt, nice coverage. Kept it high there. Let his fly guys get down there. Fair catch called. Going to give Ursuline the ball back again here. The last drive, Ursuline had to walk off that field feeling very good about where they are offensively. Able to run the ball, able to pass the ball with relative ease against the Raider defense here early in the first quarter. Obviously looking to come out here on this second possession, make some changes, maybe throw some blitzes at him. Don't give the quarterback that time back in the pocket to get comfortable. Want to keep people, even if there's a defensive lineman coming in, staying low, just kind of sniping at his feet, just keeping him nervous back there, not letting him get set, not letting him find those two favorite receivers he has out there.
You know, be very curious to see if Ursuline kind of keeps up this no-huddle, very quick-paced kind of game today. You know, if that's the case, Harding's in for a really long time. If they can't get stops and keep either causing completions to get some time to reset, because these guys are going to get tired real quick if they can't keep up.
Well, we saw last week, we saw Dom Foster and Tyreek Ivory in the second half there really plagued by leg cramps. Every couple plays, once they hit, they weren't stopping. But once again, just credit to the team, but even those two. I had a leg cramp one time. It's pain like you've never felt before. And to watch them continuously come back, and not just to come back on the field, to come back and play at a high level as they were going through those cramps was just a testament to their character, their will, and their want to fight for their team.
All right, we got Ursuline's back. Hands it off to McElroy, right up the middle.
Looks like that's number 9 there. Kanye Red on the play there. Linebacker coming up, getting in the backfield, holding him to a gain of 4 there on that kind of rolled with the tackle.
All right, Ursuline's up out of the shotgun again. Sends a man in motion. Another handoff to McElroy, and Harding's all over it.
Yeah, another read option there. Quarterback's got the opportunity to leave it in the running back's stomach or to pull it out if he sees the defense starting to come in. That's going to bring up a crucial 3rd and 5 here.
All right, looks to the sideline for the call. And the pass.
Jumped it off.
That's his man, Dean Boyd. That's good enough for a first down. Almost got him there.
Strong arm showed by quarterback Brady Shannon there on that quick button hook there. Corner was almost there to jump the route. Something to pay attention to as we get later in the game.
Oh, he shakes tackle and it gets him out of bounds.
Talked about that once again. We talked about that read option. Quarterback rides him out a little bit, watches that end crash in. As soon as he sees nobody's home on the outside, pulls it back, able to take it around the corner there for a nice gain to get it. 6-yard gain. They're going to bring up 2nd and 4.
All righty. Seen a little bit of a slower pace this time out than the first drive here for Ursuline. It's another handoff right up the middle. It's good enough for another first down for McElroy.
Yeah, big hole there for McElroy. Able to exploit that. Give the Irish another fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10 on the 49 of the Raiders.
Drops back the pass this time. He's going deep. He's got Dean Boyd. And he just trips him up at about the 4-yard line.
I couldn't tell if I saw a double move or anything there. I think Boyd just ran right past the corner. Quarterback able to identify that one-on-one coverage down there, hit him in stride. First down, Ursuline inside the Raider 5-yard line.
Yeah, that last play, you know, Ursuline's really taking advantage of that mismatch down there. You know, we got Dean Boyd sitting in about 6'4", going up against Dukes down there about at 5'8". Yeah, it's about almost an 8-inch disadvantage there. It's really big mismatch.
We saw the same thing against Medina, where the size wasn't there. Harding was able to use speed and talent.
Ursuline's going ahead and take that one back. It's going to be another touchdown for McElroy over here.
And once again, very balanced attack. You see it from the Ursuline Irish here. Nice balanced attack of run and pass. Really just able right now to kind of go down the field. Going to make this a 13-7 game with the extra point pending. Harding's over here. Got to realize it's going to be a shootout here. So get those horses ready. Get back out here and take advantage. Kicker's not shown the ability to get it to the end zone thus far. Should be able to give Dom Foster and Tyreek Ivory an opportunity to put their offense in a good position.
That kick is going to be good. It's going to make it a 14-7 game. You know, this next drive, I think Harding really needs to get some points on the board, even if it's just a field goal. I don't think they'll be able to keep it up if they if this offense for the Ursuline just keeps firing out like this. They're going to burn too much clock on them.
Well, you're going to see situations occur, too, where you start to get in that 4th and 4, 4th and 3 position, kind of close to midfield, and it's going to be a real question for the coaching staff. Generally speaking, you're thinking, okay, we're going to, this is a punt, we're going to move it back. But with what Ursuline has proven to do this week, what Ursuline has been able to prove this year is they're going to put points on the board. So you got to be able to take advantage of your ability to put points on the board. So you're going to probably see tonight more times than not this Raider offense going for it on some of these 4th and 5, 4th and 4s if they're around midfield in order to be able to keep up with the firepower over on the other side of the ball.
And one thing I've noticed is that Ursuline's been really good at just keeping their handles on the ball. They're protecting it really well. It's going to make it really hard for Harding, even if their defense, they got to start getting some takeaways. That could be a difference maker here in this.
Well, you saw the methodical, dink and dunk down the field. Now obviously that last drive, big play down the sideline to set them up. But other than that, 5 yards here on a run, 7 yards here on a pass, just methodically going down the field.
It's another low squib kick. Harding's going to field it at about the 20. He's going to cut towards the Harding sideline. He's got some room.
Touchdown.
That's a touchdown, baby. Dom Foster all the way. And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, and you could tell Coach Reardon had watched the film before, did everything he could. Started out with an onside kick. Next 2 were squib kicks, trying to keep it out of the hands of Dom Foster. Couldn't do it, got back there. Dom Foster took advantage of that opportunity, took it outside, right up the near sideline for another Raider touchdown. 1 point from tying this game up.
I think that's just what this team needed. They got burned a little bit that last drive, and they just fired back, and this is the kind of stuff that we need to see from this team. I'm glad to see that we're out here. We're not giving up early on. We're not letting any sort of miscues let us get behind us.
Well, we had talked last week. The kickers we had been playing all year have been putting it in the end zone, not giving our return men any opportunities.
It's another good PAT for Jake Doherty.
No, absolutely. Once we saw last week, once we had a couple opportunities at returns, we saw the type of just athleticism we had back there. Obviously, Ursuline had watched those films, doing everything they could to keep it from the back row. That ball ended up squibbing through. And a lot of times when the ball takes a long time like that, you're taught on the kickoff team to stay in your lanes. You're going to have a couple fly guys on each side that their job is headhunters to get to the ball. Everybody else is to stay in their lanes, but when the ball goes slow like that, or they bobble it around, it's just natural. People break out of their lanes. Just like that. Everybody started to diverge straight to Dom Foster. He said, "Come get me." And as soon as they came, he outran them to the outside, straight up the sideline for another Harding touchdown. Going to put them right back in the game here with 4:39, 14-14.
Foster's one of those really nice little utility men that we have here on the team. He's out here. He's University of Syracuse commit out here. He plays quarterback. He'll out there playing receiver. You see he's a threat in the return game. I think there's a lot of potential for this guy to have a really good game tonight, and I think he's poised to have it.
Well, yeah, like I said, these teams are no stranger to each other. Ursuline may be down in the divisions, but obviously we know Ursuline is a different type of team out here. They can compete with Division 2 or 1 basically every year.
All right, Doherty's kicks about to the 10-yard line. Oh, now Scott from Ursuline just not going down. Is that number? I believe it's number 11. Sorry, no, excuse me, number 10, Kylan Irving.
Kylan Irvin there with a tough run. That balance, you got to hit, you got to wrap, but you expect to be 10 more helmets coming after yours. Great effort by the young man there to get Ursuline starting field position here at the 35-yard line.
All right, let's see what kind of response Ursuline's going to have to that opening or that kickoff return there. It's, you know, that makes this game. It's just every game, every play is 0-0. You know, game just keep trying to put points on the board. It looks like Ursuline's going to keep out of this shotgun set.
Need to get some pressure by the front four.
Another handoff up the middle.
Number 6, Marcus McElroy on the carry.
I think like plays like that you were talking about, just like chunking out and things like that here and there. And if they're going to keep running up the middle like that,
well, I really like to
really
see that linebacker play there. 28 coming up, stepping up into the hole just as he's supposed to.
Another handoff off the middle. A couple more yards there for McElroy.
Yeah, another nice play by the defensive line there. Those front four getting a lot of penetration there. Linebackers coming up, filling those holes, not giving any room to McElroy. They're going to bring up a favorable 3rd and 5 for the Raiders. And there's a penalty.
That's a false start right there.
Those are the type of plays that the Raiders need to take advantage of. We talked about the potency of this offense. 3rd and 5. Going to make that a 3rd and 10 here for the Irish. For the Irish. Raiders got to know that this is a passing down. Look for some of these linebackers to pin their ears back and look for a blitz.
Yeah, just little miscues like that can make or break this game.
Corners look to jump the routes. He's going to have to get it off quick with the blitz.
And he dropped it. That's the kind of stops that we need this team to have. Now Harding needs to make him capitalize on this miscue and hope and just keep running the ball down the throats, attack that air game, and put some more points on the board.
Saw Dukes out there on an island by himself. We saw from the first game of the year against Medina, those big, tall, strong wide receivers. Coach Arnold felt very comfortable with his secondary, putting them in man-to-man coverage, held them to under 200 yards passing. So I can see the same thing happening here as that play there. No problem with calling that big blitz. Has all the confidence in the world with his corners out there on an island.
All right, Ursuline on to punt. Oh, we got a fake. That is going to be complete to McElroy for the first down.
Saw something in the punt coverage there, triggered him to, once again, another trick play, just like that onside kick. Big play for the Ursuline Irish there to give them a fresh set of downs. 20-yard gain. Just a big heartbreaker for that defense there. Had him held, got off the field, waiting to get that punt. Had all the momentum on their side. Got to come out here and have to do it again for another 3 plays.
All right, Ursuline's going to take over on the Harding 45. They're sticking in this shotgun set here. Drops back to pass. He's looking for Dean Boyd, and he overthrows him. Foster on the coverage down there.
Yeah, they're going to match up a little better down there with Dom Foster covering Boyd size-wise. Foster, no stranger to drawing some of the better wide receivers from the other team with his athletic ability out there to be able to go up there and make a play.
All right, 2nd down and 10. Got a man in motion for Ursuline. Hands it up off the middle, and Harding all over it, and he breaks through.
McElroy, a lot like we saw last week, just keep those feet turning and churning and keep pushing forward. Something that we thought was going to be a loss or maybe a gain of 1 ends up being a gain of 6, bringing up a 3rd and 4.
Alrighty. Drops back to pass. Over the middle. He's got his man, Dean Boyd, wide open. He brings him down to about the 19.
Quarterback had a lot of time there to scan the defense. Looked like we were back in a zone there, just waited for his receiver to settle down in a soft spot. Dean Boyd, one of his favorite targets all year, able to sit down, soft spot. Quarterback saw him. 1st and 10 for the Ursuline Irish here inside the 20.
Ursuline starting to pick up some pace. Oh, right off of his hands.
Look, those quick passes, those quick screen passes, we saw a lot of that from Maslin last week. We were hoping to not get them in a position to keep on running because those corners were looking to jump. You know you've got that safety back deep. It gives you a lot more confidence to be able to jump some of those routes knowing that you got a safety back there to help you.
Yeah, so that play, he would have just held on to that. He had open range. He was ready to run home. Another RPO right over the middle there. It's going to be good enough. We need Tyreek Dunlow there. And we got ourselves another first down for the Irish inside the 10-yard line. Ursuline loading up the left side here. Swings out, pressure, and he brings him down for a sack.
That's 51, Kincaid Tyson, 6'1", 210 senior, coming in, getting some pressure. Quarterback thought he could kind of stiff arm. He said he wasn't having any of that, took him down to the ground. Gonna make that second and goal from the 18.
You know, plays like that are what this defense needs to just really kind of build up some of that charisma here. You know, getting some penetration, getting back there, and just bringing down that quarterback is going to really help boost this morale up. Second and long, pumps it. He's looking for the end zone, and he overthrows his man.
Looks like he got him on a double move there. I couldn't tell if that was a stop and go or if that was an out and up, but he absolutely got him on a double move there. Quarterback with a little shoulder pump, probably got him off edge there. Luckily for that Raiders secondary, that pass was a bit wide for number 1 down there.
Brings up a third and long for the Irish. We got a penalty on the play.
Sideline warning against Harding.
Sideline warning against Harding.
That's their first warning.
All right, we got another third and long situation up here for Ursuline. Drops back, it's a little bit of pressure. Harding's on him. He escapes the pressure. He's looking for the end zone.
That's ours.
And that is an interception for Harding, excuse me.
Is that sod or is that red? That looks like that's sod. Sod
Dukes.
They call that the tip drill. A couple days of practice. Corner safeties go back, practice that tip drill. Very ill-advised pass there by the quarterback of Ursuline. Bunch of Raiders back there, threw it up almost like a punt. They kind of played volleyball with it for a minute, but Sod was able to come down with it in the end zone. Big turnover for the Raiders there, exactly what they needed after that fake punt resulted in an Ursuline first down, giving them new life. This is exactly what the Raiders need to do. Minute 1 left, need to drive this ball down and capitalize on it.
Yeah, that was a very, very good defensive stand there by Harding there. You know, things were looking a little rough after that fake punt, but they were able to get a few lucky plays there, got the ball right where they wanted it, and we're taking over on the 20-yard line. Jets flushing out here, looking over the middle. Looks like he's got Dom Foster there, about 6-yard gain.
Really like that. Looked like Dom Foster started at the high side, came across on a slant there or came across on that slant, used the middle. They're running that 3-4 defense. You know they're shooting linebackers in. Try to keep those linebackers busy. Make them think about that. Make them think about the middle. Don't give them the free run to the quarterback. Make them not only defend the corners, the outside and deep, but make them defend the entire field, utilizing that middle. Keep them on their toes.
Very manageable second and third here for Harding. Got a man ready to blitz. Dallas Jets looking deep. Oh, and just out of the hands of Tyreek Ivory. That's a beautifully placed ball. Just couldn't come down with it.
Tyreek Ivory with a couple footsteps out there, using that speed to get past the defender, just wasn't able to make the connection with Dallas on that play there. Going to bring up a third and very manageable 3. We'll see what Harding chooses to do here. Are they going to drop back, or they resort back to that running game and just have those offensive linemen drive that defense about 5 yards back into their defensive backfield?
Balls at the Harding 27-yard line.
We got 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Looks like Harding's going out of the shotgun here. Got 3 people stacked up on the far side. Jets flushing out. He's getting rushed. Rushed, hurried throw, and throw it away there.
Last couple weeks we've seen Dallas Jet kind of hang out in the pocket there, use his legs to give him some more time. A couple of those plays, probably be able to use his feet, use that speed, recognizing the down and distance, 3rd and 3, tuck that ball, get upfield, let's get a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, unfortunately, they weren't. Harding wasn't able to capitalize here on that very well on that turnover here. You know, they started off strong with that first down play and just came up short every time then. So it's hope Dick Doherty here can get a nice booming punt out here and kind of open up the field here. It's a high kick. It's got some distance on it. Gonna field it and bring him down at about the 43, 44-yard line.
Yeah, so that's going to bring the defense back out here for this quick Ursuline offense. Still been going with that either sugar huddle or just the no huddle, fast-paced, almost like a 2-minute drill offense. Really trying to keep that Raiders defense on their heels, not allowing for a lot of substitutions. And when you got a lot of guys going both ways, that makes it really difficult on the defensive side to get those calls in, get people straight, get them in their assignments, and being able to get some guys in and out for some breathers.
All right, Urson's going to come out here. Very good field position here, just outside the 45-yard line here. Dean Boyd pitches it out to McElroy. McElroy running inside, looking for some room, and got about a yard on that one. That'll bring us to the end of the first.
And nice play by the defense, stretching them out there to the sideline. Going to get a minimal gain here. Going to bring up a 2nd and 8 as we go into the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, Harding had a couple opportunities there. They kind of missed them. Ursuline had a few opportunities. They missed out on them too. But, I mean, if this is how the rest of this game is going to go, after 1 quarter in, we're in store for really good 3 more quarters of football here in Mollenkoff. Alrighty, we are back here at the start of the second quarter. Flipping sides here. Earth is coming out the 2nd and 8.
Yeah, 2nd and 8. Really need to see this defensive line really start to take control of here in this second quarter. Use that size, use that strength to really start to wear down this line.
Harding all over that play.
Looks like that was number 10. Looks like, yeah, that was Dallas Jet over there on the defensive side.
Harding read that one like a book. They saw that man in motion, and they just went after him. They got him down for a loss, making it a 3rd and 14 situation for Ursuline.
Watch a bubble screen out here to the near side with these 3 receivers set.
They run off a bubble screen here, dropped off to McElroy. Got some room, and he converts it over across the 40-yard line of the Harding territory.
Yeah, they loaded up the near side here. Just to throw back to the other side. Running back had a lot of room out there to run. Nice gain, about 20 yards there to bring up a 1st and 10.
Person sticking with the shotgun formation. Another RPO, he drops it off, and too high.
Oh, strong arm there. Needed to take a little bit off of that. But you see how he runs that. Keeps the ball in there, makes that defense commit. Last second pulls it out. Throws that quick shot over the middle there.
All right, Ursuline 2nd and 10. Looks to the sideline for the call.
2nd down and 10.
Ursuline's still looking. Looks like saw somebody didn't like, changing the play at the line. He's looking deep. Oh, got some pressure. Rolls out. He takes it himself. Gets about 7 or 8 yards on that one.
Yeah, quarterback came to the line, saw that cover one defense, one safety back deep. Looked like Coach Arnold was pretty comfortable once again with going for man. You could tell he was looking for his favorite receiver out there, Dean Boyd, with that one-on-one coverage up top. Tried to pull a spin move on Dom Foster, was able to stay with him the whole time. Still was able to tuck and run and pick up 5 to bring up a 3rd and 5.
It's like another RPO. Boyd's taking himself. Harding swallows him up. Hits him about 2-3 yards short of the first down.
Interesting position for Ursuline to find themselves here early in the second quarter. They're going to have a 4th and 3 coming up. I fully expect to see them go for this. I believe this is 4-down territory. Not going to see a punter here. Got to be disciplined. Got to be disciplined. Don't jump.
They're trying to hard pound him here. I think Ursuline's really going to try to get these guys to jump off sides. Harding just needs to have discipline to sit back and don't fudge. Snap. Gives it off to McElroy. He's going to get the first down and then some.
And McElroy able to find the outside there. Wide receiver able to hold up that block long enough to spring him for the yards needed. Going to give Ursuline a fresh set of downs here in the second quarter.
Alrighty. So Ursuline's been slowing down the pace here a little bit than we first saw them out. You know, makes you wonder if they're trying to throw somebody off or if they're starting to get a little gassed and trying to think a little bit more methodically here. Puts a man in motion. Another RPO. Another carry for McElroy up the center.
Tackle by number 7, Josiah Todd.
Yeah, nice read by the defense there. Able to watch that. I mean, he really runs that. He's running that RPO very well. Just really stretching out to that running back, making that defense try to commit. Wait until that very last second to either give the ball or pull it back. But thus far, worked out very well for the Ursuline Irish.
Said Bernie in motion, sorry. Boyd takes it up the middle, and Harding's all over it again.
Quarterback Brady Shannon on the keeper. Takes it up the middle.
Real nice play by the defense there. Quarterback saw the, looked like the defensive end come up there, 100% committing himself to the running back. He pulled it back, but there was a host of Raider defenders there to meet him for a short gain.
This brings up a 3rd and 5 for the Irish. They're on Harding's 22. Curious to see if they're going to try another RPO, if they're going to take a shot at the end zone here.
A lot of cushion out there on the corners.
Hand to McElroy right up the middle. It's going to be close, but I think he's got it.
Takes it over the right side. Brought down by number 8, Delmar McMillan.
And yep, that's going to move the chains.
That's a first down Irish.
It's McElroy. Like you said, but like last week against Fitch, he had 359 yards, 4 touchdowns on 43 carries. In the Ursuline Irish offense, they really are leaning on this guy to wear out the defense, but they have the offensive weapons on the outsides to just really be very well balanced and kind of keep you on your toes.
Well, yeah, you spoke about it, balance. I mean, they're a good 50-50 here, run pass. Quarterback not afraid to keep that ball himself and get upfield.
Another handoff, McElroy, and Harding stops him about a 1-2 yard gain.
You know, I'll tell you, from a defensive standpoint, it's crushing. You get into these 3rd down and 5s, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 6, and feel you got an opportunity to get off the field. When that offense converts, it really is crushing to you. You think 3 more plays, well, then you get them to the 3rd down get them in a position of third down again, and then they convert. Just very difficult for the defense as Ursuline's keeping them on their heels and converting on these third downs.
Yeah, 2nd and long here. He's looking to pass, gets the first down. He gets it out there to his man, Will Burney, inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, nice strong throw out there. Wallace comes up with the big hit, but still going to give Ursuline a first down inside the 5-yard line.
Brady Shannon takes it himself, and he's brought down swiftly in the backfield.
Josiah out there, one-on-one with a pretty big, strong, fast athlete. Great open field tackle there to hold him to no gain.
2nd and 4. Hand off to McElroy. It's close. Ursuline signaling touchdown, and the refs are saying it as well. That is another touchdown for McElroy tonight.
Another long drive by the Ursuline Irish here. We talked about it from the beginning of the first quarter. Very balanced on the offensive side with their passes as well as the run game. But not only the passes, you're seeing them go outside. You're seeing them utilize the middle, and you're seeing them throw that deep ball to try to keep the defense honest. We talked about this before the game started. We know the type of numbers that Ursuline can put up. This is no surprise. The question is, can we continue to play mistake-free football and answer back?
Got a penalty here on the PAT. Someone on
That's
Harding
probably
may have
gonna be
jumped.
Jump or a false start.
The ref talks with Dan Reardon, coach of the Irish.
And it looks like that's going to be against Harding. He's going to move it up half the distance to the goal line around the 1.5. So they're going to bring in the big boys, and they're going to look to go for 2.
It's Coach Reardon over here, said no stranger to this program over here at Harding. He was on the staff here late 90s, early 2000s. It's his 2nd stint over here with the Ursuline Irish. He was part of a set of 3-peat teams that Ursuline had in 2008 to 2010, back-to-back Division 5 championships here. So gutsy call here, see if it works out for him, and Harding reads it all over him. Brings him down. Good play.
Great play by the defense. We talked about how, converting on those third downs, converting on those fourth downs, how just diminishing that can be for the defense. For them to be able to come back on that on that 2-point conversion and really just stuff the line for a big stop there should help regenerate that momentum as Harding looks to take the ball. Now, with that said, you see it's a 14-20 game. That missed 2-point conversion could definitely linger in this game as we get into the late fourth quarter. So we'll see what Ursuline finds themselves in a position to do. If they score again, will they feel the need to go for 2 to try to get that point back so it doesn't come back to haunt them later in the game? Every time you do that, that puts you in a position to be down even another point, which now you get into the position to where you can't just score a touchdown and go for 2. Now you end up being down that 9 points to where now it is a 2-possession game. It could totally change the outcome of the game. That stop on that extra point right there could loom great as we move towards the end of the first half here.
Yeah, we talked about before the game here, both of these offenses are no strangers to putting up points. We see Ursuline's got almost averaging 47 points of offense a game. Harding's averaging about a little over 30. Plays like that, like you just said, defensive stops are going to be critical in this game. And whoever has the ball last, whoever makes that one extra play, it's going to be a huge difference. So let's see how Harding's going to respond here. That was a little over 5-minute drive there by the Irish. Knocked out a lot of time here, so let's hopefully Harding can come back, capitalize on that miscue, and put some extra points on the board here, and maybe go into the half with a lead.
Well, absolutely, and if we remember correctly, Harding did get the ball to start the game, so therefore Ursuline is going to get the ball to start that second half. So we really want to take advantage of this 7 minutes right here. Long drive, quick drive. Just when you get on defense, we need a 3 and out. And really, we talk about the character that they showed last week. I like the character that they showed on that 2-point conversion there. Talked about they're tired, they're down, disappointed on 3rd and 4th down conversions. They were able to suck it up and stop them on that 2-point conversion to continue the momentum on the Raiders side.
We're set. Ursuline's set to kick it away. Last time they kicked it off, we saw what happened. Dom Foster took that kick back all the way. Another squib kick in the middle. And they got all over that one. It's number 4, Jack Erickson's bringing him down in the back there.
Yeah, Kanye Red, somebody as well, you know, that's shown some ability to be able to break big runs there. Ursuline did what they wanted to do. They kept that ball out of the back line of Dom Foster and Tyreek Ivory. Conray Red just one tackle away from possibly getting around the corner and up the sideline.
All right, Harding is coming out on their own 29-yard line. Let's see what they can do. Out of the shotgun set here, sends a man in motion. Hands it up the middle, finds a hole. It's a good 6-7 yard gain there.
Yeah, nice counter there. Get that defense going one way, you know, with the fake. Take advantage of their aggressiveness. You see a defense that's out there that's feeling themselves, you know, kind of getting aggressive with you. Those counters, those middle screens, great plays to take advantage of the defense's aggressiveness.
Brings up a 2nd and 1. Handoff up the middle, finds a hole. Brings that up over the 45-yard line. McMillan again on the carry.
Yeah, McMillan, senior, 5'10", 170, getting some carries here in the second quarter, showing his ability to find those holes, stay low, and read his blocks. Get upfield, going to bring another 1st and 10 for the Raiders here. 6:15 left in the first half.
All right, we got a 1st and 10 here on their own 46. Out of the shotgun, sends a man in motion. Another handoff here, brings it to the near side. Gets about a 5-yard gain there. Another carry for McMillan.
Yeah, really using McMillan on this drive here, showing his ability. Once again, another 4 yards. You know, my coaches used to tell me when we were young, 4 yards of play will win the game.
All right, 2nd and 6 here, right on the 50-yard line. Let's see if Harding's going to keep up with the whole smash mouth, run it down your throat game. Sends another man in motion. It's a handoff to number 8. Kanye Red. I was right the first time.
Kanye Red. Yeah, something for the Raiders to think about as well is, you know, you're seeing how this game is going. You know, want to do everything you can. One of the best defenses that Harding can have for this Ursuline offense is their offense. Keeping their offense on the field, keeping that Ursuline offense on the sideline.
I got a 3rd and 4 here on the Ursuline 48, excuse me. Looking around for the play here.
It's a big 3rd and 4.
Oh, and Ursuline stuffed it. Good play by the Ursuline defense. They knew it was coming, and they weren't letting it happen.
Yeah, might have went back to the well a couple too many times there. I know they had seen a lot of success on that drive, running up the middle there. Ursuline that time was ready for it. He fooled me once. Shame on you. Fooled me twice. Shame on me. Ursuline was there, stout front 7 there to put a stop to the Raiders' drive.
All right, Jake Doherty's on back to take the punt. Last time he had a long, high, booming kick. Let's see if he can have that same success. Oh, and it's short, high kick. They might have got in. They might have been able to get a hand on that one. But it takes a Harding bounce. Get a little bit of extra yards out of it. Looks like they're going to take over about the 30-yard line.
Harding's seen some problems with their special teams being able to protect the kick back there. We had at least another punt I know we had blocked a couple weeks ago. A lot of pressure back there. forcing Jake Doherty to have to try to get that kickoff a lot faster than he'd like to. Ends up sending it straight up in the air. Nice bounce, going to work out for the Raiders there to start Ursuline back on their own inside their own 29-yard line.
About 4 minutes and some change left in the half here. Last time Ursuline had the ball, they burned off about 5 minutes of clock time. So let's see if they're going to come out that same kind of stuff, or is Harding going to be able to force a quick 3 and out and maybe get the ball back here.
Both teams with all 3 timeouts left. 4 minutes left here in the coming up on 4 minutes left here in the first half.
Another run up the middle here. Ursuline taking their time, looking for the call. Staying out of the shotgun set. They got the left or the near side loaded up. Sends a man in motion. Drops back. He's looking deep. He's looking down the field. And just out of the hands of Kylan Irving. Just a little too high.
Saad was able to get his head turned around there at the last minute. Throw a little interference there with the receiver, but luckily that ball was over his head. But Coach Arnold still very comfortable with leaving these corners out here on an island, and thus far they've shown the ability to step up to the challenge.
So we got a 3rd and 6 here. So let's see if Harding can force that 4 and out they've been looking for, the 3 and out, sorry. They're charging after him. Dinks it down to McElroy. He's got room to run. He picks up the 1st down and then more. Still on his feet. Brings it out to the 34-yard line of Harding.
Yeah, a lot of credit to the Ursuline quarterback there. Number 5, Brady. Very slow developing play. Bringing everybody here to this near side. Had their running back McElroy or McElroy sneak out of the backfield. Had a host of blockers in front of him for a big gain.
Some very good awareness out of this quarterback. Taking his time. Almost hit him over there. That's what you can't see happen.
Well, when you were one of the things that could come from that single coverage defense, they start running slants. If they hit him in stride, difficult to catch him. You saw it right there. Looked like he came from that near slot position. Quarterback took one look, saw the one-on-one, hit him in stride over the middle. It was off to the races.
Ursuline wasting no time on that one. That drive being just a little over a minute long.
Ursuline obviously feeling very confident through what they've been able to do during the year with putting points on the board. And you can see it with the poise and composure that they have on offense here, running an assortment of plays.
For the kick. Kick is up, it's low, but it's in.
And we've seen screens, we've seen deep balls, we've seen slants. We've seen them run the ball. We've seen the RPO work to perfection. That's what's going to put them up here 13 points with 3 minutes and 3 seconds left. Now, with that said, the Raiders have 3 timeouts. Plenty of time. With the athletes that they have, with the ability to score from anywhere on the field, this is plenty of time for them to be able to get down there and put another 6 on the board.
Yeah, say if I'm coach, I'm trying to get down there as quick as I can, trying to get some points on the board before the end of this half. And if you can manage to find a way to stop Ursuline again, use those timeouts and try to get the ball back one more time right before half here.
Yeah, and this is I go back and you talk about the strategy. I was always of the opinion that if you win the toss, you always want to defer to the second half. You want to give yourself that ability to either put the game away or put yourself back in a game. By getting that, deferring to the second half, you have the ability to be able to score before halftime, give yourself 7 points, and score again at on the other side of the half, give yourself another 7 points. That can either put you back into a game that you were out of, or take a game that was close and put it out of reach. So this is a crucial possession for the Raider offense. Obviously want to get down there. You want to get a quick. You want to get 6-7 points up on the board, and you absolutely want to make sure that you do not have a turnover and give this Ursuline offense the ability to go up 20 points into the second half.
And I would think anytime you get across the 50, especially on this possession, I'd almost venture to say you might want to be in 4-down territory, depending on what time is left on the clock, just to get some points on the board. Even if you get to settle for a field goal, if you trust your kicker enough in there. Doherty's put some good, shown some good effort here this season, so he might be able to get something. Ursuline reads that one. Ball's out.
Exactly what the Raiders didn't want. Let's see who came up with it.
Ref is pointing Harding ball. That's a very lucky bounce, lucky save there for Harding.
No, absolutely dodged a bullet there. Kanye Red, I believe that was, with the return. The young man's out there just trying to make a big play for his team, but always got to make sure we secure the ball.
Just a little under 3 minutes left here in this half. See what kind of game plan Harding's taking here just to get some points on the board for half. I think that's going to be really crucial here.
Well, you saw a lot of McMillan on that last drive. Had some success up front running the ball. Unfortunately, that stalled out. We'll see if they start looking for Don Foster and Tyreek Ivory on this last 3 minutes of the half.
Nice little fake move there. Jet finds some room. It's brought down just shy of the first down.
Looks like Jet's going to use his legs to get to the outside there. Nice gain there, going to bring up probably about a 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3, but got to be aware. You know, we got under 3 minutes left. We do have 3 timeouts left, so that really shouldn't be a problem, but utilize that sideline, get that clock stoppage.
All right, we're running out of here again in a shotgun set. Takes the ball, he's looking downfield, gets pressure, decides I'm taking it myself, and he runs up and gets the first down. Keeps the chains moving. The clock keeps ticking.
High school first downs, the clock is going to stop as they move the chain, so that's going to get them a little reprieve, but they got to be up at the ball, getting ready to snap it.
First and 10 Raiders, ball's at their own 48 yard.
Got a false start. And that's what you can't see. You have a big play, you get some momentum, and you can't take that step backwards.
Yeah, you know, the coach has always taught us in the backfield that if you jumped, you know, to try to just keep on going in motion and see if you can get the officials to buy it. On that one, they weren't buying it.
It's going to bring about 1st and 15 here for the Raiders. Got to find some way to get some of that momentum back. You can't go 2 steps forward and take 5 steps back. You got to keep rolling.
That clock's continuing to move. Coach Arnold still has those 3 timeouts, 1:40 coming up on the clock, plenty of time.
He's looking for his man downfield, got some pressure, rolls out, throws it away, and that's about the best you could have done in that situation.
Yeah, give Dallas Jet a lot of credit there. Found himself in an awkward position, rolling backwards there. Thought that could have been a horrible play for the Raiders there. He was able to use that athleticism to get a pass off. Receivers in the area. Going to bring up a 2nd and 15 here with 1:30 left.
Yeah, that gives them a little bit of time to recollect a little bit here. They got the clock stoppage here. They're down on 2nd down here. Hopefully we can see some kind of big play just to build up a little bit of momentum here and get them charging. Drops back, flushed out, runs to the center. Breaks the tackles, got some of that back.
A nice play by Dallas Jet. Might be want to burn one of those timeouts here.
And
they
exactly
do.
What Coach does.
Gonna have a big 3rd down play coming. You want to discuss it. You got all 3 timeouts left. Got the ability to get to the sideline, incomplete passes, as well as the 1st downs to stop the clock. Too big of a play right here not to bring the team over and discuss it on this 3rd and 5.
Yeah, so this is going to be a really critical down here. Even if you don't get this 1st down, even if you get just a couple yards on it, you've got to think you're in 4-down territory with time against the ball here. You got to make something happen.
Yeah, you know, it is a possibility. You know, on this 3rd and 5, you pick up 3-4 yards. You know, you look over there and you know what this offense is able to do, but it's very crucial that you get some points here. Obviously, you want some positive yards here on this 3rd and 5. He's got the playmakers to do it. You want to be disciplined. Look, if I were Coach Arnold, I wouldn't even take out of the realm here, not even a play. Come up here, go on that hard count, get under center, go on 2, see if you can get a free 5 yards, get a free 1st down pickup.
All right. Looks like we're coming out of here. Let's see what kind of plays we got thinking up. Out of the shotgun.
Like Ursuline's
Quick little bubble. That's first down.
It's going to stop the clock, but keep it moving, keep it moving. Nice play there. Once again, finding Tyreek Ivory out there in space. Made a couple wiggles, able to get himself up there for about a great gain of 10, 11 yards. Going to bring up a 1st and 10.
That's exactly what they needed.
About the 39 of the Irish.
Drops back, he's looking deep.
He's
to
let it go.
Just tipped off the Ursuline defender. Almost into the hands of Harding there. But it stops the clock, still have the ball.
Had a receiver there. Ursuline sitting back in that zone. Really like to see those receivers find that spot and kind of sit down there, make those zone defenders, make them get out of position, make them make a move. Don't run to them, make them come to you. When you're running through a zone, at least you get hit quick as you're going through that zone, you end up running into defenders. Got to find the soft spots, got to settle down, give your quarterback a spot to throw to.
He's dropping back, he's looking deep, he's flushed out, he's running, gets out of bounds. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and long.
Looks like that's going to bring up about a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. Another big play here, 3rd and 4. Checking about the 34-yard line. Now I'm on your side. I'm in agreement. We're in 4-down territory here.
Three receivers lined up on the far side.
Got a one-on-one down here with Dom.
Looks for Foster, bobbles it, catches it, gets over the middle, still on his feet. 15. Brings it down.
Call a timeout.
What a catch and move by Dom Foster. Keep that play alive and get inside the 15-yard line there.
But Dom Foster used all 6'2" of his body. You know, he's a basketball player as well. That quick button hook, boxed out his defender, made the catch, got his way upfield for a big gain, used that speed, used that size to just drive the ball forward, putting the Raiders in a great position here. Going to be a 1st and 10 here at the Ursuline 12-yard line. 38 seconds left. They still got a timeout, still with an ability to get a 1st down. If they get inside that 5-yard line, inside the 2, they can get a fresh set of downs. Be interesting at this position. You're not too close. You know, you get inside that 2-yard, inside the 5-yard line, you got 22 players. So the passing game becomes a lot more difficult once you get inside that 5-yard line because you just got so many bodies that are just running around. They're at the perfect position here at the 12-yard line. Everything's open to them, the entire playbook, the jet sweep that they like. You've got a timeout, so if you need to hit a run to try to surprise them, you can do that. Screens up the middle, screens to the side, middle, post fades. Everything is available to you here at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, we talked about the jet sweep. I would not be surprised if Coach Arnold pulls some kind of trickery out of his hat here just to kind of catch these guys off balance, just to kind of pick up a little extra yards. If they get that 1st down, great. If not, anything's a little bit more manageable.
Once again, down low here. You see Dom Foster one-on-one. He's going to go up
Looking
for him. 50-50. There's the flag. No flag.
No flag on the play.
No flag on that.
Yeah, that's a little rough on that one. There was a lot of contact down there. I definitely think there was some push. Coach is definitely upset.
A lot of contact. Cornerback never turned his head around for the ball. Just kind of jumped up in the receiver's face. Looked like we had some contact down there. Definitely expected to see a call, but great read by the quarterback. You'd like to see that quarterback come out to the line and understand the defense that he's facing. Anytime you see Dom Foster down there one-on-one with somebody, he has shown in the past his ability to go up high point a 50-50 ball, come down with it for 6.
He's looking to take it himself. Breaks a move inside the 5-yard line. Dallas Jet.
Now he's got the ability that's going to bring him short, that's going to bring up about a 3rd and 1, but they do have the ability to get the 1st down here inside the 5-yard line.
Looks like Coach Arnold's going to take that final time out here and try to figure out what kind of play they want to go.
Well, you got to realize no timeouts left. You do have the ability to stop the clock after this play with a 1st down. But the offense is going to have to get up there. They're going to have to keep it going. I'm not sure. Right now is where you're calling about 3 plays in the huddle because you know that the clock is against you. So you got to have at least 3 plays called in the huddle that you could just bang, bang, bang right after another. You don't want to waste it down by spiking the ball because you want every opportunity you can to get in the end zone. So they got to come out. They got to know the plays. They got to hustle back to the line and just overpower this defense right here. You've shown the ability to run the ball right here. Nothing special. Quarterback dropping back. If he sees nothing, use those legs, lower the shoulder pads, get into the end zone. Let's get into halftime.
All right, team's breaking from the timeout. Brings up a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2 at the Ursuline 4-yard line. 3rd down.
Let's see what kind of plays they pull up here. Positive yardage.
Big play here.
Drops back. It's over the middle, and
He
fumbles the
fumbled
ball. He might have been
down.
down.
He's down.
He
He's
was
down. And a first down. Down and a first down. He called him down and a first down.
What a lucky little string of events there for Harding. They got the first down.
The clock is stopped, but it's going to start. He's winding it. He's winding it. Got to get this off. All right.
Good play, good call.
9 seconds left. He could easily run 2 plays here, but they got to be, if you're going to run a run play, it's got to get in the end zone. If you don't run a run play, you're going to have at least 2 plays here that you're going to be able to try to score a touchdown. If you're going to run the ball, these offensive linemen, this is man-to-man right here. I mean, this is mano-a-mano. This is football. This right here, you are on the 1-yard line. Can you push that defensive line back into the end zone?
McMillan in the back. They're sweeping. That's a touchdown. That's what we like to see. That's what this team needed.
Excellent. Not sure. Looked like Ursuline stayed in their traditional 3-4 defense. They brought in the big guys. No question about it. Dallas Jet took the ball with one intention and one intention only, and that was to get pay dirt. 6 seconds left. We've got a 7-point ball game with Jake Doherty coming on for the extra point.
You know, if you're Harding, you're going into halftime here. Yeah, you're down. But that drive right there, that was a good drive. A lot of good plays happened. You got a little bit of luck with some of those possible turnovers that you just luckily avoided. But if you're going in,
like you're going to get an offsides. We'll see if that makes Coach Arnold and the coaching staff think about possibly going for 2 here. Make it a 5-point game. And they're going to call it against us.
Yeah, that's those little things like that little morale boost that you get, and then something steps you backwards. You gotta keep moving forward. You can't keep going backwards on things like this, or else you're never gonna be able to get that next hump you need. You can't keep playing catch up with yourselves. All right, Doherty's lined up to make a little bit deeper of an extra point. Kick is up. It's got the distance, it's got the room, it's good.
So exactly what the Raiders needed to come back and answer after that Ursuline touchdown. 6 seconds here. Expect to see a squib kick of some type. Ursuline does have all 3 timeouts, but with 6 seconds, figure they're comfortable with their 6-point lead to be able to go into the locker room.
Kind of curious to see if this ball still has, or this play still has a little bit of time left on the clock after the kick. Is Ursuline going to try something and go deep and try to make some magic happen, or are we just going to go straight to half? I wouldn't be surprised.
You know, you never know. You saw Coach Reardon here with the couple trick plays already. Started out the game with the attempted onside kick and then the fake punt that actually did work with him. Extended that drive, which turned into a touchdown for the Ursuline Irish. So obviously Ursuline has come here to play. So with 6 seconds left, I expect them to try to possibly use every second of that clock.
Coming on the kick for the Raiders, number 12, Jake Doherty. Deep for the Irish, number 6, McElroy.
McElroy's back deep to receive a kick.
A lot of space over here to the near side.
Deep kick. They're keeping it inbounds inside the 5. And they're bringing it up the field. He's got the room. And that's going to take us to halftime.
So at the half here, we find the score 21-27. Our Raiders down by 6 points going into the half. We saw a shootout as we thought we would from the offenses. Raiders only down by 6, being able to withstand everything that the Ursuline Irish were able to put to them. Irish are going to come out with the ball here at the second half. Talk all the time about the importance of halftime adjustments. Right now, Ursuline has been able to basically do what they want on offense, but so have the Raiders. The Raiders have been able to establish a decent running game, and Dallas Jett just taken off from what he did last week, being able to find these receivers when he needs to move those chains and keep the ball going downfield. That's what gives us this 21-27 score at halftime. Look for those offensive adjustments. Look for the defensive adjustments. Is Ursuline going to come out and continue to try to run this hurry-up offense? If they are, how is that going to work in the later quarters for this Raider defense? Are we going to be able to get some of these other guys in to give them a blow to keep them fresh? Obviously, Ursuline is doing everything they can to keep that Raider defense on their heels and tired.
All right, that'll keep us going. We will see you guys after halftime. Ursuline is going to be set to receive the next kick. We'll see you soon.
Chicago hit 25 or 6-4. by the American duo Sophie Tucker. Here is Best Friend. The Raider Band would like to thank all of you for being a wonderful audience tonight. Now join us as we cheer on our class of 2022 and the Raider team.
Really suffered last week, labored with those leg cramps, specifically the calf cramps, able to get on the field, perform at a high level, but really want to start paying attention. Another hot, steamy night tonight. Want to make sure these guys are hydrated, keep that water in them, but with what we saw coming from that Ursuline offense, that no-huddle, fast-paced offense really keeps the defense on their feet, on their heels, and really makes it difficult for Coach Arnold to get those 2s and 3s in there, to give those starters a blow to keep them fresh. So we'll see how they react here. Great first half offensively. Raiders were able to do a lot of things with the pass, a lot of things with the run. Big returns helped them as well by Dom Foster on a kickoff there. So we look just to continue to see a great offensive game here by both sides. Want to minimize the turnovers. Turnovers can be the key to the loss here. So look for a great half. Look for a lot of scoring up and down the field. Just another great Friday night here at Molenkoff Stadium.
You know, one thing that we saw with Ursuline's offense being very efficient and effective this last half was that RPO was very, very, very well for them, and it was kind of hard to stop it sometimes. You know, you got that quarterback, Dean Boyd. It's a big guy back there. He's very athletic. We saw him make some plays with his legs to get some extra yards, or you can just let it rip and give it off to McElroy, who's having an astounding game so far. Got like I think he got 2 touchdowns so far, if not 3. So, I mean, it'd be interesting to see how Coach Arnold adapts to try to be able to minimize some of that effectiveness that they've been having with that throughout the game. We saw Dallas Jett, like you said, make some really good plays with his legs. He's able to extend the play out a little bit more, get a little bit more air down the field. He's able to use his leg. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. He was able to use his arm to really get some of his receivers out there in the open space and just make some plays.
No, absolutely. And you know, we talked about in the first half one of the best defensive weapons that the Raiders are going to be able to use is their offense by keeping this potent Ursuline offense on the sideline. You want to start thinking about where you are on the field, maybe making sure you don't go out of bounds. Keep that clock going. Raiders get down here and score, get the ball back. You really want to start thinking about keeping that offense off the field and keeping that clock moving. 5, 6, 7, 8 minute drives. Just keeping that Ursuline offense off the field is one of the best defenses the Raiders are going to be able to use in this second half.
All right, getting ready to start the third quarter here. Teams are getting ready to break from their huddles. Ursuline is going to be receiving this second half kick. You know, we talk about the ability of defense being a big factor in this. Ursuline is up 6 points here. They had that offsides call that kind of worked in their favor, and they tried to go for 2 and then end up backfiring. So they're only up by 6 here. So Harding really needs to get a stop here early on to allow the offense to come out and hopefully get that lead right back.
Absolutely. Don't be surprised if Coach Arnold doesn't give Coach Reardon a little dose of his own medicine here. Might see something. You see a big hole up the middle there for Jake Doherty. Might want to try to exploit that with an onside kick here to open up the second half.
Doherty is set for the kick. He's got 2 men deep for Ursuline. And we are underway here in the second half at Molenkoff. Booming kick. Lands about the 20. Fielded at about the 17-yard line.
Nice
Harding
open
all
field
over
tackle.
it. Beautiful.
Who is that,
stop.
21? Is that Sod? That was Sod Dukes calling his name yet again. Great open field tackle to start out this second half. Going to put the Ursuline offense on their own 20 here to start the second half.
Yeah, so you were talking about the last half about those fly guys. Man, he came running down, and he had a mission, and he executed and just knocked that guy down before he had any chance to get any ground going. So you see Boyd here out in the shotgun. Back with that RPO. Hands it off to McElroy up the middle.
Yeah, kind of starting off where they finished there. Big dose of McElroy we saw in the McElroy we saw in the first half. Looks like they're back to that no-huddle offense. Going to keep those Raiders on the field and keep them on their heels.
He's looking deep. Flushed out, he starts making some moves. Here we go, we talk about making plays with his legs. Picks up that first down.
Yeah, great vision there. Nothing downfield. The Raiders were able to lock him up in the secondary. Quarterback able to get outside, get upfield, move the sticks.
Now with that play going out of bounds, gives Times a little bit of a chance to reset, maybe get some new personnel in. From the 32-yard line. Man in motion. Hand off to McElroy up the middle. Sheds a couple of guys, picks up about 5 yards.
Yeah, McElroy like a little pinball there. Comes up, doesn't go down off first contact, able to get another 3-4 yards after he makes first contact. Ursuline right back on the ball, ready to go.
Over the middle, good coverage, and a late flag comes in. I don't know about that call, Eddie.
No, nobody here at the stadium happy about that call, including number 11 and the coach on the sideline. Looked like that was pretty good coverage by Dom Foster on that slant pattern coming across, able to get his left hand in there to break up the ball. Wasn't able to see if maybe he had that right hand on his shoulder. We can see it again on the replay. Looks like he comes in from that angle. Doesn't look like he had him wrapped with that right hand. Looks like that was just a good play. Looks like it was called by the back official. Must have saw something we couldn't have seen from up here.
Yeah, penalties like that, especially right now, are just not going to be good for this offense or this defense. They need to get these guys off the field, and that's how you bounce back.
Another great play by the defense there, stringing him out to the sideline. You saw him pull both guard and tackle from the right-hand side, give him a convoy. Defense was able to utilize their speed and string him out to the sideline for no gain.
No huddle offense as normal. We got down here number 1 is down here lined up on the near side. That's his favorite target. Let's see if he gets back to him. He's been pretty quiet this half. Good defensive play.
Pass intended for number 7, CJ Frasco. Falls incomplete. Number 6, Devin Boss on the coverage.
Another nice play by Devin Boss out there. Talk about the confidence the coaches have with those one-on-one matchups with their corners and the wide receivers. Once again, leaving them out on that island gives them a great opportunity to blitz some linebackers.
Something we haven't seen very often yet from this Ursuline offense is looks like we have an empty backfield. 5 wide for Brady Shannon.
Flushed out. And they're going to call. That's in the area of holding. That's going to be short. Going to bring up a 4th and 8. We'll see if Coach Arnold decides to decline that penalty.
Sidelines looking like they're saying no. They don't want that. So looks like they want to decline that.
Now they've still got Brady in the game. That's why it was a question. I didn't know if Coach Arnold would want to leaving them with that 4th and 9. Might have been. We'll see how this works out. Might want to call a timeout.
Takes the ball. He's looking for a man deep. Got another penalty on the play. Wide open. Knocks him out of bounds.
That's either going to be a hold or maybe a legal man downfield. Well, we're definitely taking the penalty here after that long touchdown. Big play for the Raiders right there with that holding call. Now I think you're going to see the punt team come on. Yeah, a lot of confusion on that last play. Thought maybe Coach Arnold might want to call a timeout here early. Don't want to burn him early, but that was a big play there. Able to get away with that holding call. Going to bring up the 4th and 19. Now realize, around the same area here, I don't know if Ursuline's got it in him to pull another fake punt, but always got to be ready.
All right, let's see what Ursuline's got cooked up. They're fake again.
Nah.
Oh, and a punt. Low punt. Takes a bit of an Ursuline bounce. It's going to stop around the 28-yard line. So Harding looks like they're going to take over here with okay field position.
Yeah, soccer-style kick there, running out to the side, kind of pressuring the line a little bit. You would assume the coach is probably giving him the go-ahead that if he sees the opening to take off and go. But on a 4th and 19, a lot of green to cover for a punter there. So we're going to take over here, 1st and 10. Going Going to be at about the 27, 28-yard line here at the Raiders. Exactly what they needed to have happen. Come out here, get that stop, get them out of there. Now come in and do exactly what we did in the first half. March this ball downfield.
Got a handoff up the middle. And stop for about a gain of 1 or 2 yards.
Going back to the middle there, trying to establish that line of scrimmage.
Out of the shotgun. Jet runs to the near side, finds a little bit of an opening, and picks up another 2-3 yards.
Yeah, straight sweep to the outside by Jet there, trying to use his speed to get to the outside. Ursuline kept the outside ends and linebackers at home. Going to bring up a 3rd and 3 here early in the second half.
It's definitely a very manageable 3rd and 3 here. His offense really needs to pick this up and start developing some momentum early on to keep that pressure on the Ursuline defense. Drops back to pass. He's looking for a man. Got nothing. Got a penalty on the play. Flushed and throws it away. Got to imagine we got another holding call here on Harding.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a holding. You see the offensive line doing a pretty good job out there, giving Dallas Jet a lot of time back there. Receivers are going to have to start coming back and mirroring the quarterback. After you've got to have a mental clock in your head, 2-3 seconds. After that point, you're basically out of the range of the quarterback to throw regardless if you're running these streak routes. You got to come back, and you got to start mirroring the quarterback, give him something to throw to. 4th and 3, looks like Coach Arnold is considering going for it. Nope, here comes the punting team.
Yeah, I think this might be a good call early on. You're a little too deep into your own territory here. You don't want to set Ursuline up for a really quick touchdown here. That offense is coming out firing on all cylinders. They were able to kind of slow them down a little bit that first drive, but you don't want to let them develop that momentum early on.
Raiders had some problems in the first half with protecting the punter back there. Let's see if they were able to make any changes at halftime.
Nice kick. Fair catch called at about the 35-yard line.
Well, defense is going to come back out here and try to do it again. Try to get a 3 and out, get the offense back on the field. But as you can see, we talk about those halftime adjustments. Both teams being able to hold each other to punts. So we're back to square one here with 8 minutes left.
Yeah, it was a good set of defensive stops there the last drive by Harding. Hopefully they can kind of keep that same kind of energy and just hold these guys back one more time. Let's get a clean set of plays here. And they stuffed them.
Yeah, defense able to corral on that play. Going to hold them to a gain of a short 2.
Offense is up quick, ready to go again. Shannon back. Looks for a guy outside and batted down.
Listen. Play with him if you want to. They keep on trying these screens out there, these long developing screens. And it seems that when they're running these long developing screens, it's with to the side of the safety. That corner knows he's got help back there. Gives him a lot more ability to be able to be comfortable trying to jump one of those routes.
Yeah, that was some really good coverage there by Dom Foster. Just need to kind of hold on to that one. He had a bunch of home run territory in front of him. Got a 3rd and long set up here for Ursuline. A 3 and out is definitely what this Harding defense needs. Shannon drops back, looks over the middle. Nice catch by Ursuline into coverage. That is Mark Manning.
Shannon with a perfect pass. I mean, you couldn't have placed that any better. You had great coverage up by the defense there, able to put it in the only spot that he could for a completion.
Up quick and early, running it down with McElroy. Let's take another look here at this pass. I mean, in the double coverage, right over the shoulder. I mean, you can't get that any closer.
Yeah, perfect throw. Put exactly where he needed to.
Shannon's looking deep. He's got his man Boyd. Put a little extension.
Nice
coverage.
Dom Foster with the one-on-one coverage to the near side here. You saw a little hand fighting back and forth there, but Dom Foster at the last second, as you see here, straight go route. Foster turns and runs with him. He's got a step on him, but he's able to recover, get that hand in there and knock it away from number 1 there, Dean Boyd.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays you like to see. It was clean, it was very well defended, and it just puts another little bit of pressure on a 3rd and long here. Shannon's rolling out, looking for a man, a little bit of pressure, pockets closing, and just barely dropped.
Looks like that might have been 21. Is that 28? McElroy, we've heard his name called a couple times on off, or
we got a DeMarcus on Ursuline, and we got a Devontae on our side.
Yeah, great play there. Almost a big mistake by the quarterback. Would have been one of his first of the night, throwing straight to that linebacker.
Yeah, 4th and long. Reardon's deciding he wants to go for it.
Be smart, be disciplined. Don't give him a free 5.
He's looking for a man. He's got a guy. He shook him off, and it's caught. Brought him down. Gutsy call by Reardon, but just another one of those perfectly placed
passes. Looks like
passes.
we got a cramp out there. Looks like we got a cramp on the corner out there. We've been talking about all night. They've been throwing these deep out patterns, these screens. Corners being real aggressive up close. Another opportunity to get aggressive. Try to step in front of that for a pick 6. Half second too late, turns into a big play. Go back to talking about these ideas. Very, very difficult for the defense when you can't get off the ball, can't get off the field on 3rd down. Even more difficult for the defense when you can't get off the field on 4th down.
Let's take another look here at this play.
You see, drops out. It's coming out of the backfield there, it looks like, and nope, that was the play before. It looks like that was the play before with the when he threw it to the linebacker.
Yeah, we went this whole first half. We haven't had anything with injuries, but like you said, like just sometimes those cramps, they start to catch up on you, and it makes you think it's like this defense getting worn out with this hurry-up offense, man. You never want to see anybody get hurt. You just hope he's all right over there.
Well, you know, as we sit up here in a booth and, you know, we're talking about the game, I'm sweating. And, you know, and I'm not doing nearly as much as they're doing down there. So we know the heat, we know the humidity, you know, it starts to take its toll. Just try to get the fluids into him and keep him going. It looks like he is up. That's a good sign. Get him over here, get him hydrated, and hopefully we'll see the young man back in the game. Is that 21? Looks like that is Sod. That looks like that's Sod Dukes making his way off the field, still gingerly, hoping that it was just cramps. But the way he's moving off the field, that might be a little more than cramps.
And yeah, you hate to see something like that. We've called his name a handful of times now, and he's been playing some really good football, especially on the return game, making some good plays. Yeah, you really hate to see Harding lose something like this.
Oh, absolutely. While we have a break here, I want to take a moment to thank my partner this week, Brandon Moffitt. Brandon, unfortunately, Mr. Bird had some prior engagements, wasn't able to make the game, and Brandon's jumped in here. Never called a game before, but he's jumped in and doing an excellent job here. And as always, a shout out to WSCN and everybody involved in bringing us this tremendous broadcast.
Yeah, I appreciate the sentiment, Eddie. It was definitely something. When your number's called, you just got to go for it. I'm happy to be here. I'm glad to be given the opportunity, and like I echo the sentiment with WSCN. You know, Mr. Witt, Frank, Trevor, all those guys, and all the students here that are putting together this show and this broadcast. You know, everyone each week in and out are just doing an amazing job. So hats off to them.
Just like they say down there, next man up.
Absolutely. Shannon's looking for the end zone. Slant route, just incomplete.
Yeah, you see, he tried to get the defense, tried to move those safeties over with that fake to the running back to the left, come back with that slant right, try to get that safety out of there, try to move those linebackers over there to give them a good clear lane to throw to that wide receiver, just a bit down and outside on that throw.
This brings up a 2nd and 10. You got that far side crammed up with a couple of receivers. They hand it off to McElroy up the middle. And they're a couple of yard gain there. And they still have just enough room here if they wanted to get a first down, right inside that 2-yard line there.
Oh, this is a big play here, 3rd and 6. Raiders really like to try to hold them to a three-point try on this possession.
I say Reardon's been making some pretty gutsy calls. I wouldn't even be surprised if this is 4-down territory for them. You know, they've got the firepower. They've showed they've been able to pull it off. Harding pushing. It's going to be close.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him. That's going to be 1st and 10 inside the 1-yard line.
And it's good second effort there by Ursuline in that offensive line, helping get that extra chunky yards there.
And they're going to come right back up to the ball. I'm assuming something straight up the middle here.
Yeah, if McElroy's not getting it, Brady's taking it himself. It's close. His knee was close.
He was down.
It's close. Just shy. They're not giving it to him. I mean, that's about as close as you could possibly get. That ball has got to be on the inch line. Let's take a look here. His knee is, oh yeah, just a little shy. They're going for it again, and he just walks right in.
Yeah, real difficult. This offense has got so many different options from the RPO to the passing game. Very difficult to defend once you get down there inside the 5-yard line. But 5:10 left here in the 3rd quarter. You've got this left. You've got the 2nd quarter. You've got the 4th quarter left. Plenty of time for the Raiders to come back, put themselves back in a position where they were. But they got to get off the field on 3rd and 4th down, without a question. I know what the coaches are screaming at them down there. We have to get off the field on 3rd and 4th downs.
Yeah, with that hurry-up offense, like you mentioned earlier, not getting a chance to get these other reserves in and stuff like that. So these guys are just getting worn out. So we got a false start here, maybe. Harding jumped, but I don't know if Ursuline jumped first. And
looks like that's going to be against Harding, bring them up to about the 1.5-yard line. Let's see if Coach Reardon changes his mind here and brings back the offense.
And it looks like they're keeping the kicker out there.
Nope, here comes the offense.
Change of heart. They're going to try to make up for those points they lost the first time around. Hoping for a better end result this time to make it a guaranteed 2-score game. 2-touchdown game, rather. He's flushed out. He's looking for it. Picked off.
Another big play there. Instead of being up 14, only up 12 points. Those are big. Those could be big plays later here in the 4th quarter.
I say that gives Harding a little extra cushion. If they get a couple touchdowns, you hate to see it happen, but if they were to miss one, that gives them a little bit of extra cushion there on an extra point or something like that down the road.
Either way you look at it, it's obviously a two-possession game. I think that's the one thing that you want to really preach to the team down there. You're midway through the 3rd quarter. You're down 2 scores. I said it before, there's no such thing as a 12-point touchdown. So, you got to get us back a little bit at a time. Even if all you can do is go down there and get 3, to cut this to a 9-point game, you're still, unfortunately, in a 2-possession game. So it's very, very important that they come down here and they got to put 6 on the board. Without a doubt, need to put 6 on the board right here, and then they need to stop. Without putting 6 on the board right here, Ursuline goes down and scores another one. Find yourself in a very difficult position entering the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you wonder what's going to happen with when they kick it off this time. Are they going to try to pooch punt it deep, or are they going to try to just still squib kick again up the middle and try to just keep hoping that they can kind of keep the ball out of Foster or Ivory's hands or something like that? Or are we going to see a nice boom kick and try to see if they can flip the script a little bit? We haven't seen their special teams come out and pick to have a kickoff yet, so curious to see if the game plan changed from halftime until now.
Well, we did see the one time that ball squibbed back to the back line and Don Foster got it in his hands. He took it about 89, 90 yards up this near sideline for the touchdown. That came right off the heels of him catching that screen for the touchdown. So they definitely want to keep it away from number 11, but they got to be aware of number 24 as well. 24 shows the ability to take it the distance as well. And somebody's up, guys. Big part of our game plan is obviously special teams with the type of talent and explosiveness we have back deep to return the ball.
Ursuline's set to kick it away here. Number 35. Sorry. Not 35.
40.
40. I apologize. Kicking it away. Interesting.
It's a live ball.
That is an onside kick. Recovered.
Can't be advanced, but he got the bounce. Exactly what we talked about last week versus Massillon.
And we got a penalty flag coming in.
It's going to be after the play. He might have. It looks like he touched it too. No, he kicked it from the 40. It only had to go to the 50, so he didn't touch it too soon. We'll see what the. Offsides. That's going to be a huge penalty against Ursuline. Offsides on that play, maybe the reason why he was able to get down there so quick and recover that. But we talk about the big bounce. That big bounce is exactly what you need on these onside kicks. Their kicker was able to serve it up on a platter for one of those fly guys down there. But as you can see, looks like he was just a bit early.
Yep, that's who it was.
To come up with that recovery.
Huge break for Harding here. They're going to start pretty good field position. Hopefully they can make some points out of it.
Well, you'd like to see him take it down there. You'd like to see him take some time off the clock. You know, some of those defensive players out there, you know, let them get some wind, let them get their wind on the sideline, get some water into them. Like to see it good. I wouldn't mind seeing them taking up the rest of this quarter, putting themselves back to a one-possession game going into the fourth quarter.
All right. Hearing a mix of reaction here from the crowd.
Players just tune all that out. Players are on the field. They tune all that out, focused on what's in front of them.
Went through the hands of one guy, but into the hands of another. And he's down the field, up the sideline. That's Tyreek Ivory. Great awareness by Ivory to kind of keep his eye open for a ball that passed through his teammate's hands right into his own.
Yeah, Jet once again. You saw him in the first half. He showed the speed. He showed the little wiggle to get around and get some. This time he's showing that strong arm there. Big throw, big throw. That's a college type throw right there.
Absolutely, and that sets Harding up pretty nicely here on the 31-yard line. Little fake here, get some room. Shakes the guy and manages to salvage a couple yards out of it.
Yeah, Jet with a nice run over there. Able to fake a couple defenders out there and able to come up with at least a 2-yard gain on something that could have been hit for a loss or maybe no gain at all. Able to salvage 2 yards out of it, bring up a 2nd and 8 here, roughly on the Ursuline 29.
This brings up a 2nd and 8. Going an empty backfield here, 5-man wide. 3 on the near side. Jet's looking. He's looking for a man deep. He's got Ivory. And that's a touchdown! Tyreek Ivory! 29 yards, right in his hands. That's what we like to see.
Exactly what the Raiders needed to do, come down and answer. Haven't heard Tyreek Ivory's name in a little while from the first half. Came out here strong on a couple throws to Tyreek Ivory to get him up the field. He was able to what we call pop the top off that defense, get behind the safety.
And look at that throw.
Safety misplays the ball, and it goes right into Tyreek Ivory's hands for the touchdown.
Gutsy throw by Dallas Jet, throwing the double coverage there, but he trusts his guy, and Ivory was there.
As soon as he saw him get behind that defense,
we got ourselves a 5-point game, folks.
As soon as he saw Ivory get behind the defense, that's when he decided to throw that ball up. It was thrown a little bit short, so it gave the defenders an opportunity to get back in position to make a play, but just past the outstretched hands of the corner, fell right into Ivory's hand as he fell into the end zone to put Harding back in a position of only being down by 5 points here. But we talk, once again, got to play the defense. Need a stop. Need to get off the field on third down.
You know, that was just what I think the doctor ordered on that one. You know, they got very lucky with that offsides call and that kickoff. They set him up with excellent field position, and Harding came back and they capitalized on it. And that's the kind of plays you need to see out of this team. You know, like you said, we were only down by 12. Well, they made that a very quick down by 5. This game is not out of reach.
No, absolutely. You know, we've talked all year, Harding every year. You know, they've got playmakers, without a doubt. They've got playmakers, and if you got playmakers, you're never out of a game. You've got the opportunity to score in a moment's notice, but it's right now, both teams are lighting it up with the offense. It's going to come down to who can make that defensive stop. Ursuline came out, Harding came out, made a stop, Ursuline made a stop. Then Ursuline went down and scored, then we came back with the counter punch. Brought us right back to where we were before halftime. Well, actually we've made up some because of that miss too, but we got a great game here with 4:15 left in the third quarter.
You got a booming kick by Doherty, fielded at the 9-yard line. Takes it up the field, he's brought down about the 29-yard line. That's number 10, Jakylan Irving on the return.
So defense is going to come on the field here, looking to get this stop. Want to put some pressure on the quarterback. Maybe you can get him a little uncomfortable back there, but with the way he's getting that ball off so quickly, very difficult to blitz those linebackers because he's filling the void. Where that defender's coming with blitzes, you're seeing those quick short passes over the middle, basically throwing into the position of where that blitzer was.
No, that was a really quick call and response there by Harding. Let's see how Ursuline's going to respond after that one. You know, Harding's coming out. They got a defense. This is a really weird setup we got going on here. Caught Harding not off guard. Harding read that well. You know, they came out with this really awkward setup. It wasn't like a traditional lineup here, but they made it work.
We used to call that helter-skelter, and every time we ran it, the other team scored. Once again, you see, you know, the trick plays, you know, they are what they are. They have their place, but that time Harding was able to snuff it out for a gain of 2.
Another handoff, read well, stuffing them. And they're not budging. They are not letting McElroy get his feet going and getting these plays. Good on Harding. They're keeping the clock moving, but they're getting stops. One more. We need that critical 3 and out. We haven't seen a whole lot yet from this Harding defense. We need to see it happen now.
3rd and 6. Stay disciplined. Watch a hard count. Trips near side. Watch that screen.
He's flushed out of the pocket. He's getting pressure on him. Shannon rolls out. He's looking for a man deep. And it's caught. Brought down out of bounds. That is number 9, Mark Manning. What an amazing throw by Brady Shannon.
Brady Shannon able to use his ability back there. Was getting chased by 2 defenders. They got tripped up together. It looks like that receiver, number 9, that is
Mark Manning.
That's Mark Manning. Came up with the catch there down the field. Looks like when he went down, he might have twisted an ankle. But yeah, Brady Shannon able to use his ability back there. 2 Raiders had him on the run. Unfortunately, they ended up tripping over each other. Gave him some more time to be able to find that receiver downfield. Had a good 3-4 yard lead on his defender. Quarterback put it in a perfect spot for him. Going to give him 1st and 10 down here at the Raider 13 after this injury.
You know, and say we've been seeing this time and time again with this defense. You know, they're getting those first 3 stops, and then or the first couple stops there, they put them in a 3rd and long situation. Then Harding and every time Ursuline comes firing back with a big deep play on those 3rd down plays. We got to find a way to force that team, that offense off the field, get our defensive guys off, and get that offense on the field and get running. Can't let Ursuline get back in this.
Well, we talked about it, and it looks like Mark Manning is up, running off the field. Good to see that. We'll see him back in the game here. But we talked about just, getting off the field and what that means. And I think one of the reasons that Ursuline's doing this so well is because the amount of points that they're averaging. I think it's 46.8, something like that. They're very comfortable out there. They know that there is no first down too big for them to get. If it was, they wouldn't be averaging almost 50 points a game.
Hand it off to McElroy up the middle. Stuffed and brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah, McElroy, we've been bringing his name up all night long. This man, he has been time and time again. He's having an amazing game.
First time, obviously, we got to see the running back here. Heard a lot about him coming into the game. And honestly, to be honest, I thought I was going to see a bigger running back. I thought I was going to see 205, 210, from everything that I had heard of how well this young man runs the ball. At 179 pounds, he uses every pound of that to his advantage.
He's very speedy. He got the quickness, and he's got just that kind of attack. Put pressure just out of the hands of the receiver. Good pressure by the Raider defense here. That's something they needed to do. But we're back again with these 3rd and long situations.
It'll be interesting. We talk about, you can see what's happening down here. The quarterback with the ability to read that defense, throw into where the blitzes are coming from. So we're not seeing the all-out blitz. It might be interesting to see what you see here. Maybe send two of the linebackers, possibly send a corner here, maybe bring that safety up and send him just to give him a little look, put a little speed on the quarterback's heels there, make him rush this throw.
Got a blitzer right in the center. Harding's looking for a guy. Drop in the end zone.
Let's see what Reardon chooses to do here. Looks like he's bringing on his special teams, but he's all night has been known to have a couple tricks up his sleeve. Got to stay aware. Got to maintain your assignments.
Yeah, that was definitely a play that we've seen these defensive backs for Harding. They've been going toe-to-toe with these big receivers all night long, and they've been holding them pretty well.
Well, we saw them from the first game of the year against Medina. I mean, you're not going to get much bigger. I mean, their receivers probably had to average a good 6'2", 200 pounds across the board, and our Harding corners were able to hold their own with them one-on-one all night.
All right, let's see what we got here. Maybe they're going to try to get him a jump. Kick is up, and it looks like they got it. Yep. So they put this back to an 8-point game.
Well, we talk about the importance of those missed extra points and those missed 2-point conversions. They come down, they kick that field goal, bend, don't break defense. Going to put Harding down 8 points, but still leaves them 1 score down with the ability to go for 2 to tie it up.
Absolutely. I mean, it was good on – this is what the defense needed, though. They needed to keep Ursuline from putting another 6 on the board. They're keeping this game close. They were never out of this. It's a tough game. Harding's playing a very good game. They're playing against a very good team. So these guys, I think they need to respond. That 3 points need to respond with 6, 7, or 8 of your own. That's how this game's going to keep going. We call this game's going to be a shootout from the start, and it's looking out to be that way still.
Yeah, just absolutely. It's thus far the game's lived up to its billing. Very exciting. Even if you're not the avid football fan, you can come out here watching these kids run up and down field, making big plays, long touchdowns, crowds going nuts. This is beautiful. This is what Friday nights were made for.
All right, Ursuline's lining up, kick this one away. It looks like Harding's kind of adjusting a little bit here. They're kind of bunching up in that mid-range there in case we got somebody kicking it short again, make some more people on the field.
Yeah, you can see what they're trying to do here. Get those guys up there and
Good fall on it.
Yeah, good adjustment by the coaches there. You know, all night they've been kind of trying to find those soft spots on the kickoff team in order to try to place the ball there. It's a live ball on the kickoff. You got to get there. So good adjustment by the coaches there, bringing that back line up a little closer to try to get it to the hands of your playmakers. But more so just covering up a lot of those spots there so they can't get away with trying to do one of these little pooch kicks, catch you off guard, and get another free set of downs.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate, too, with some of these kicks that they've been doing. They're kicking them short, so we haven't been in a situation, except for maybe a few punts here and there or whatever, or turnovers, where we've been pinned up pretty poorly up against our end zone or whatever. We've had some pretty decent field position each time we've came out into the field, which is definitely a help for this offense. Put a little bit of pressure off of their backs there. Got a man in motion. Jet hands it off. It's Foster trying to break. We got a penalty.
They're going to get 8 for a hold on that jet sweep there. Nothing going. It's stretching them out to the sideline there. Going to bring up another 1st and 20.
And it's the kind of stuff we hate to see. You know, they start to develop some momentum and then just pulled it right back. It's been seemingly the theme of the game tonight.
Well, you know, as you start to wear down later into the game, some of the tactics that Ursuline's employing here with that no-huddle offense, keeping these guys on the field, you start to get tired and things start to get sloppy and you end up reaching, grabbing, holding. You know, it's just a part of the game. So you're going to find yourself here in an awkward position, going to bring up around a 1st and 20. But you got the guys, you got the horses, one play at a time, 5-6 yards at a time, get yourself into a 3rd and manageable.
I say hit your playmakers. You got Ivory out there, you got Foster out there. Use your weapons.
That's going to be a false start.
These offensive miscues.
This is Dallas Jets' team. We talked about it last week. Really coming into his own after that big performance. This is where him, Dom Foster, seniors, Tyreek Ivory need to get in that huddle, get them settled down. You got a lot of time left. You're playing great. Don't lose your composure now. Everybody bring it back together. Got a lot of time. 1st and 24 sounds daunting, but you got 3 plays to get there.
Yeah, you don't have to go and sell out and get yourself a nice huge play right here. Just start chunking it out little by little. He's looking for a deep man. He's got Ivory. And it's caught! 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Raiders! Tyreek Ivory from Dallas Jet again! That's what we love to see!
All night long talking about the playmakers. Found the one-on-one out there. Line gave him a lot of time. Able to find Tyreek Ivory down the sideline for yet another deep Warren touchdown. Opportunity here to tie it up or go for one. And still be a point down. I don't know. I think coach is going to send the offense back on the field to tie this game up.
Yeah, we've been saying this team, they have not ever been out of this game. It may have looked a little rough at first, but then they come out swinging with plays like that. Dallas Jet and Tyreek Ivory have both been playing phenomenal tonight. Those are 2 huge touchdowns on back-to-back possessions to put them within tying this game. The offense is out on the field. They're in the I formation. Oh, fumbled the snap. He's going to try to throw it. And, just tipped off the defender. Either way, we are still in this game, and it's only 34-36. It's a 2-point deficit. There's a lot of possibilities here. We still have a whole other quarter of play. We've got about a minute and a half left in this 3rd quarter.
A lot of fight, no give up on this Raiders team. Minute 39 here left in the 3rd quarter. We talked about it all night, up and down the field as we're watching the replay here. Dallas Jet going to a streaking Tyreek Ivory, connects with him for another 6 points as Tyreek Ivory enters the end zone as they watch the back of his jersey going into the Harding end zone.
Yeah, and he's been throwing into that deeper kind of coverage like that. He's been seeing, like, Ivory's been getting double teamed most of this night, and Dallas Jet just has that much confidence and comfortability in Tyreek Ivory to just know his man is going to get that ball, whatever it takes, and He's got the speed to just put the Jets on and push these guys away, and that's shown back-to-back possessions here.
We'll give a lot of credit to the front five up there for giving Dallas Jet the time to be able to drop back, scan the field, give those receivers an opportunity to get into their routes. He can drop back, get those feet set, feel comfortable, and deliver a great pass. Big shout out to the front five. Everything starts up front.
Another nice kick down here by Doherty, fielded about the 20-yard line. Defense, or that special teams unit's stuffing him out again. He's not letting him get very far.
Once again, 7, 8, 9 hats on the ball. That's what you want to see. Everybody getting to the ball.
Ursuline's going to start the possession inside their own 30. You know, we've been talking about it. This defense has been needing that crucial 3 and out all game long. Now would be the perfect time to really start to get that in, seal it away, and start coming back here.
Yeah, defense definitely wants to get off the field, but from some of the things that we saw in the first half, we'll see how comfortable Ursuline is to continue to throw those screen passes, knowing that these corners are playing very aggressive, tight man-to-man coverage, jumping those passes.
Another handoff up the middle. Defense reading it like a book, not letting them get anywhere.
Ursuline once again right back up to the line, ready to go. Brady looks to the sideline for the play. Harding staying in that traditional 4-3 defense, 2 deep safeties. Corners look like they're matched up one-on-one. Jet sweep of their own.
Stuffed out.
That's
what we need to see.
Dallas Jet looks like coming up from that, possibly that right outside linebacker position to be able to hold that jet sweep. No, it looks like he came up from a safety's position to hold that jet sweep to a minimal gain. Once again, another crucial 3rd down.
Sweeping it out on the screen. Can they stop him? They're going to get the 1st down and then some. Out about the 50-yard line.
McElroy showing great speed out there. He had a one-on-one. It looked like that was Trevin Allen. But McElroy one-on-one with most people. That's going to be a difficult matchup. He was able to get the corner, get upfield on, once again, another crucial 3rd down to move the sticks, giving Ursuline another 1st down. Looks like they're going to be just comfortable with letting the clock wind down and taking this 2-point lead into the 4th quarter.
And that's exactly what we're going to see here. So we're going into the 4th quarter, 34-36. And that was a great effort in that 3rd quarter for Harding to just put themselves right back into this game. They are showing a lot of fight, and they are not ready to give up.
No, and Harding has an excellent opportunity here. You know, they're still in position to get another 3 and out here, get that offense back on the field. But it would be very crucial for them to hold them to 3 points on this possession. You don't want to see them take this to a 9-point lead, 2 possessions. You want to try to keep this to. Obviously, we want to get the defense. The defense wants to get the offense back on the field, but you got to bend and not break. If they get down there, you got to hold them to 3. Letting them score a touchdown right now and going up 9 points is going to make this a 2-possession game into the 4th quarter. The way these offenses are going back up and down the field, if they get a 9-point lead, 2 possessions, it's going to take a turnover on downs, or it's going to take a turnover for Harding to be able to come out on the winning side of this game. Very crucial on this possession to get them off the field and get the offense back on the field.
Yeah, we've been saying it all game. You know, whoever the winner of this game is going to come down most likely to whoever has the ball last. You know, we need to make sure we get that stop and make sure it's us who have that ball at the end of the game.
Well, the way things are going, you expect, a couple touchdowns each. You could be looking at a 50-point game here.
Yeah.
Another example at RPO, he rode the quarterback deep into the line there, pulled it back, and hit that little pop pass up the seam there.
Got another injured player on the field.
That
another
is a
Harding.
Raider. That looks like that is 51. That is Kincaid Tyson. Called his name earlier. I think he has the only Raider sack of the game.
You know, we've been saying it. I mean, it's like we hate to see these young guys get hurt like this. I mean, we went a whole first half, nothing going on.
You can see on that replay, it looked like he got his left arm caught on the inside of that tackle there. He looked like he got it jarred as another defender came in to take him down.
Hopefully it's just nothing more than a cramp again, you know, get some fluids in him.
Look like that's not a cramp. You could see on that replay, looked like as he was going in for the tackle there, he went to wrap up and another defender came in, and that left arm looked like it was caught between the ball carrier and the other defender that was coming in, and you could see some awkwardness as the play progressed.
Good to see him walking off the field.
On the last play, brings up second down and 4. Balls at the Harding 42-yard line.
All right, Shannon hands it off to McElroy up the middle. They're going to pick up the first down.
You know, I call that kind of a throwaway play, 2nd and 4. Not a big deal. Start these downs over. You know, we talked about, you know, keeping the guys fresh. You got a first down and 10 here. Start it all over.
Another RPO. McElroy in the backfield switches positions on the field and turns it into a positive gain there.
A play that could have went for a good negative 2-3 yards. McElroy was able to use his speed, use his vision there. Picked up a couple blockers there. Was able to dip and dive in and out of the defense. Ended up with a game of 6.
Shannon with the handoff to McElroy up the middle, finds some room, finds a hole, and that's not what you want to see happen.
Well, we talked about it before. That's going to put you up 8 there. Pending extra points, going to put you up 9. Only more imperative for that defense to come up with either a traditional 3-and-out stop or we're going to need a turnover. 2-possession game if they can convert on this extra point.
On to attempt the extra point, number 25, Reagan Smith.
Up for the extra point, and it's good. Back to a 9-point game here in Mollenkopf Stadium.
Well, once again, the last time we came out on kickoff, which, you know, these teams, these kickoff and kickoff return teams are getting a lot of work tonight. Track race up and down the field. But really like the setup that Coach came out there with, bunching everybody up there. The Ursuline kicker hasn't shown the ability to be able to put the ball in the end zone, so moving everybody up, putting those 2 deep guys, Ivory and Foster, in a position to be able to get the ball in their hands and make something happen.
You know, we've seen back-to-back possessions here with the Raiders. They came out, Dallas Jet, find Tyreek Ivory back-to-back touchdowns here. You know, I would imagine Ursuline's going to keep an eye on Ivory, but even if they are, I mean, they've double-teamed him, and it still hasn't been anything to stop him. So,
well, that's what you got to watch too. You know, you get with the double threat that they have there with Ivory on one side, Foster on the other, and let's not forget about Red, that likes to patrol that middle there up and down the seams. If you're going to double one, that should leave somebody else with a one-on-one, depending on the safety coverage that they have. You bring those safeties both back deep. That should open up something in the middle area. Seam route with somebody like Red.
All right, Ursuline's lining up. We got 4 guys bunched up within the 25 and 20-yard line down there. Another little pooch kick there. It's picked up by Foster. He flips the field. No.
Give credit there to number 20. It's going to be Charles Landon. Great open field tackle on one of the more explosive players here in the league with Dom Foster. Going to give Harding the ball, 1st and 10 here at around the 33-yard line. 10:46 left. Need to get some points on the board. Need to get some points on the board quick.
Let's see how Dallas Jet and this Raider offense responds. You know, we've mentioned they got 3 very dangerous threats in Red, Ivory, and Foster. Jet rolls out. He's looking for his man deep. Over the middle of the field and just out of the hands. Visibly upset is Tyreek Ivory.
See, there's another play there where you see the Ursuline defense drops back in that 2-deep zone. Been nice to see that receiver stop that route, set up in the soft spot on that zone, and give his quarterback a nice, easy target to throw to.
And just almost a little underthrown. But I mean, it was beautifully a wide open field. That's the kind of plays you just got to make. Harden bunching up with trips down here on the near side. Got 2 men wide open over the middle. Finds a guy wide open.
Nice.
Nice.
That's what we talked about. That zone, that soft spot. The middle's wide open. What are they calling? Looks like they're saying he trapped it.
I don't know about that one, Chief. Yeah, he looked like he had plenty of room to catch that ball. He had plenty of room.
He did. It looks like, maybe the quarterback thought he was going to set up in that soft spot of the zone, put it on a spot for him. Unfortunately, that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10, and the Raiders ready. That should get it. They call a timeout. Did they get the timeout? Yep, they did.
Ursuline didn't like that really quick hustle coming out of the huddle there from Harding, and Reardon's like, no.
It looked like the offense saw something on the defense with the 12 men on the field, wanted to get up there, see if they could get a free 5 yards and make this a little more manageable 3rd down play.
Yeah, we're in a 3rd and long situation. We're almost near the middle of the field. Something like this, we gotta make something happen out of it.
Well, I like the progression, or excuse me, I like the progress that I'm seeing in Dallas Jet. A lot of times we see those deep balls going down the sideline. We see a lot of screens to the outside. Like to see on these last couple plays him recognizing that soft middle there, identifying those receivers. Now it's just making sure you're getting on the same page with them if they're setting up on the soft spot, if they're going to continue the pattern through the zone. But really like the progress and the progression that we're seeing on a young Dallas Jet, just a junior this year. Like to see the progress that he's making in reading these defenses, identifying zone versus man, where the soft spots are in the zones, where the one-on-ones are in the man-to-man defenses, and doing his best to exploit them.
Yeah, I remember I mentioned earlier, typically with Harding, we've always seen people like Lynn Bowden, a very athletic, running kind of quarterback, always moving around constantly. This is probably one of the first few years in a while we've seen Harding had a true quarterback with just an arm and the awareness to know the pocket's collapsing. He finds a guy in the middle that just through the arms. And Dom Foster has had the guy just a little out of reach.
Yeah, had him open there. Once again, you saw the 2 safeties dropping back deep. Dom Foster set up in front of them there. Dallas Jet able to identify him. Strong arm, strong throw over there. A little bit low, but a catch that, generally speaking, you'd see Dom come up with. Obviously one that he wishes he could have back.
Yeah, it's what you don't like to see is Harding on a 3 and out here deep. You know, they got to rely on Jake Doherty here. He's been fairly good with his punts so far this game. He had that one bobbled one early in the game. But a good little flip of the field here is just what Harding needs and try to put some pressure on that offense. It's a high kick.
Turnover. Jake finally got that ball to turn over. He's got the spin on it. He's got the spiral. But if you saw before, it was setting up straight up, kind of not getting the distance he needed. They call that getting the ball to turn over. He was able to get it to turn over there. Probably got an additional 10, 15 yards on that punt because of it.
And that's exactly what they think they needed here. They needed to be able to flip that field. Man, Ursuline's still starting within their own 30, but this defense has shown that they can put pressure on that Ursuline offense to have to make a big play to keep that drive alive.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to change something up. They're going to have to throw some blitzes from a different angle. They're going to have to show the quarterback something to confuse him up front to try to get a turnover.
Nice tackle in the backfield there.
Nice stop by the Raiders. Going to bring up here a 2nd and 9. Now as we start to run down, Ursuline's obviously well aware that this is a 2-possession game at this point. So you're going to start to see that offense slow down and tick, 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 tick. Start running the time off that clock.
And that's where we need to keep those first downs from happening. We got to make sure we get that critical 3 and out that we have not seen the Harding defense bring on all game.
You want the 3 and out, obviously, and you know, for a team like this that's been running 100 miles an hour all game, to slow them down, we'll see if that has any effect of their efficiencies.
Another hand up off the middle. It's just met with a wall of defenders. About another yard or 2 gain on that play. Brings up another 3rd and long situation.
It's going to be 3rd and long. They've shown the ability on these plays. It's 3rd and 7. We could expect to see some type of pass play here coming from Ursuline. We'll see if we find some type of blitz, maybe coming off of the corners there. What's gotten us in trouble before is the quarterback's ability to get outside, to extend the play, extend the time, and find a receiver out downfield. Possibly look at finding a blitz from the outside to try to keep him in the middle and flush him back inside.
Ursuline loading up that whole near side.
Look at that.
Bringing him down. There it is.
Jet. You saw the blitz, as we talked about. You saw the blitz come off the side. Quarterback could do nothing but keep on running straight backwards. They had that screen set up, but Dallas Jet saw it the whole way, snipped it out. Great open field tackle to get them into this 4th and 10 situation. We'll see what Ursuline wants to do as they let this clock tick down.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see if they wanted to call a timeout here and reevaluate what they want to do after they get that play clock down.
Well, there's no doubt they're at least going to come out in a punt formation. I can't see Coach Reardon on a 4th and 10 on their own 30-yard line even thinking about a traditional, offense and going for it. Got to watch the trick plays. They've been doing them all night. But on a 4th and 10 on your own 30, up 9 points, the safe play is to kick it away and let your defense come out here and see if they can get a stop.
And say there we go, Reardon called that timeout. He let that play clock run down a little bit here just to kind of buy some time, evaluate what they want to do. I say Harding, I would assume this would be definitely 4-down crunch territory wherever they end up with this ball. They need to put some points on the board this next possession, because unless they can find a way to get a turnover otherwise.
Well, this is the type of game, Brandon, where if you get down, it's a question for the coaches. Obviously, the clock is playing against you. You know you need 2 scores. You need a touchdown and a field goal. So there is a possibility that once you get within comfortable field goal range, Coach Arnold may decide right then, kick the field goal. Because it doesn't matter if you get the touchdown. You still need the field goal as well. So because the clock is not on your side right now, it is a serious consideration that once you get into manageable field goal territory, immediately take it, because you're going to need them both regardless. Don't waste time on the clock trying to get that touchdown when you know you're just going to need the field goal eventually anyways. Get the points as quick as you can.
Good field position starting around the 40. Gets the ball
Johnny Taylor on the return. Takes it out over the 45. Spun down on the play by number 4.
You know, I'll tell you, you talk about, Lynn Bowden when he was here. Obviously, everybody knows Lynn Bowden. Lynn Bowden was able to do it with his legs and used his arm when he needed to. Transition from Lynn Bowden to Elijah Taylor, who was more of a traditional pocket passer, holds several records. You got a guy like Dallas Jett that seems like a hybrid between the two. Now, I don't want to give him any pressure of being Lynn Bowden with his legs or being Elijah Taylor with his arm, but you see a good combination of a quarterback who's able to drop back in the pocket, look past first, and use his legs when he needs to.
Absolutely, and I think that's, especially even within the NFL and college ranks, those are where a lot of stuff needs to transition. We got a little bit of trickery here. Tyreek Ivory gets up and over. That's a first down. First down, Tyreek Ivory. A little bit of trickery from Coach Arnold.
Listen, that play should have went bad 4 different times. But as I was told several times by my coaches, it's not about the play, it's the player. Get the ball into the player's hands, get the ball into your best player's hands, and let them make something happen. That's exactly what you saw there. That play could have went wrong 3-4 different times, got the ball into the hands of a playmaker, ended up being able to get a first down out of it.
So we got Dallas Jett lining up, a little bit of swing. Pick it out again to Tyreek Ivory. No luck on that play. Ursuline snuffed that one out pretty quickly.
Yeah, they were out there ready for that screen. Looks like Tyreek Ivory maybe got the wind knocked out of him there.
Timeout for an injury.
Looks like that's Tyreek Ivory down on the field there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we say we had Tyreek Ivory had another one of those big plays there, And then you see him come around, he gets a little winded here. Hopefully it's nothing serious. We can see him come right back into the play here.
Yeah, it's holding his midsection there. Not sure if he took a hit there to the midsection. Maybe got the wind knocked out of him. Looks like they got his arms up there trying to get the oxygen back into him. Hopefully that's all it is something as simple as him getting the wind knocked out of him. Get his arms up. Looks like he's sitting up now. But just one heck of a game, by each team here. They haven't quit fighting. Once again, we see Tyreek Ivory getting up, walking off the field under his own power. Little gingerly. Looks like he's favoring that left side. We'll definitely keep an eye on that. One of the guys that they're going to need in there if they want to come back and win this game.
We got a 2nd and long situation brought up here. So let's see if this offense got cooked up. They got 3 wide up to the far side here. Looking for maybe a screen here. Well, flushes out, comes to the near side, he's looking deep. He's got a man just off the fingers of Dom Foster, sorry. Wow.
Just a step or two out of the range of Dom Foster there, deep into the end zone. Going to bring up this 3rd and 14, 6 minutes left. Absolutely going to have to be 4-down territory for him here. Look to pick up 7, 8, 9 yards on this. Give yourself a 4th and manageable.
Man, we've been seeing Dallas make those throws all night long. Deep throws, have been getting close one way or another, but that was the money ball right there. So hopefully they can bounce back from that and make something happen here on this play. Drops back, flushed out of the pocket. Yeah, there you go. We talk about him again, using his legs to kind of get those extra yards. And that's going to be a late hit, most likely on Ursuline.
I can't tell. I saw the Ursuline guy kind of hit the pile. Couldn't tell if he was pushed by one of the Raiders. We'll see what the call ends up being. Flags all over the place. And it looks like Ursuline singling that. Yep, that is against the Raiders. So that's going to put us in a 4th and 17, 18. You get late into the game, these close games, very, very important. You know, you're out there, you're hustling, you're just trying to make a play for your teammates. And unfortunately, you saw that hit at the end right in front of the official after the play. Got to keep your head. Got to keep your head. You played too hard all game to put yourself in this position.
And a 4th and 20 here. Dallas drops back. They're bringing the rush. Stucks it out. He's making the play. Oh, he tripped over himself. He's going.
Face mask. Face mask. There it is.
And there's the dirty laundry on the field by the refs.
Absolutely. Hey, we'll take it. We will take it.
You know, we haven't seen very many miscues by this Ursuline defense or offense, even for that matter, this entire game. But plays like that, something simple like that, just basic tackling, go for the legs. Gets a little too high up there, gives Harding a fresh set of downs and puts him in pretty good field position here.
Well, you know, no different than the play before. You know, guys out there playing hard, trying to play through the whistle. You end up getting this 15-yard penalty. Same thing here. You got a quarterback, you know he's elusive, you know he's quick, you know he's going to wiggle on you. And so you're reaching, and all of a sudden you feel that plastic, and it's too late. You can't let it go. And all of a sudden the laundry's on the field. 1st down and 10 for the Raiders.
Got a man in motion on the 20-yard line. 3 on the near side. Jet takes the ball. He's looking for a man to his left. He's got a man, pocket's collapsing. Got to get rid of it. Throws it down. There's good awareness by Jet there. I mean, unfortunately, the pocket collapsed on him.
Yeah, great awareness. He was dropping back there. Nice to see Ivory back into the game here. Was able to throw it to his feet to avoid the giant loss.
Brings up a 2nd and 10 here on the Ursuline 20-yard line for the Raiders.
That clock beginning to become more of a factor. Down 9, 5:35 left. Need to get something in the end zone quick. Need to get the 3 and out on the defensive side.
Jet sides takes it up himself. He turns on the Jets. Up the middle.
Hold that ball.
That is a 1st down. Dallas Jet.
Nice play by Dallas Jet up there, up the middle. Able to get himself down inside the 5-yard line, and it looks like we have a Raider down and a...
Injury timeout.
Yep, looks like we do have a Raider down.
Looks like another leg cramp. Now, I've always heard pickle juice and bananas are a really good combination for these kind of things. You think they might have some of this on the sidelines on hand.
I believe it's potassium that the bananas and the pickle juice are high in. My coaches used to tell me about the pickle juice. I asked for an alternative. And so water sufficed. Dude, it can't just be water on the day of. It can't be water during the game. And they are just literally just pouring out the sweat. You know, you want to look 24, 48 hours before the game, you know, to be on a regimen of water just to keep yourself hydrated. So when these nights come up and you get into this second half, late into the third, late into the fourth quarter, you're not plagued by these injuries. But listen, these guys are out there expending a ton of energy out there. Difficult position to be in, you know, unseasonably warm and humid tonight for these guys. And let's look at the score. I mean, this has been a track meet. They are just up and down the field, and as we mentioned, a lot of these guys going both ways, seeing some defensive time as well as offensive time. So it makes it even more important for, you know, those 24 to 48 hours before the game, just basically just drowning yourself in hydration to try to prepare for the tough battle that you have coming out here in a track meet like this.
You know, I'm going to say, if you're looking at like tonight's game, you talked about the score. I mean, we're having a lot of shades of last week. You know, this team, Harding, they were down a little bit going into half. They came out in that second half just firing away, and they came back and almost won that game last week. So, I mean, this team's showing that same kind of energy and effort into this game, the second half. So, I mean, this game, there's still 5.5 left on the clock. Harding still has all 3 of their timeouts. Ursuline's only down to 1 timeout.
Well, they've showed great ability to keep themselves in a game. They've showed great ability to, and that looks like, is that 6? Is that Boss? It looks like that is number 6, Boss, coming off the field there. But as I was saying, Brandon, they've shown great ability to keep themselves in games. They've shown great ability to get themselves back in games. What we're looking for here is an ability to be able to finish out this game. Get those points. Get a 3 and out. Get either a field goal or get that touchdown to seal it. Seeing great performances. You know, this team is not indicative of the 1-3 record that they have. Probably one of the hardest schedules in Division II football throughout the state of Ohio that they've faced thus far. Looking to try to bring home the victory tonight.
And there it is, Dallas Jet with the call touchdown.
Exactly
That's what
they needed.
Fireworks are going off. That's another touchdown for this Raider offense, who in a very, very crucial time.
As you see, pulled the guard and tackle over the right-hand side, overpowered the line, overpowered that defensive line on their left side. Dallas Jet able to go in virtually untouched.
Jake Doherty is on to take the extra kick to make this a 2-point game. Kick is up. 2-point game, folks. 2 points.
So 5:20 left. Harding's got all 3 timeouts. Plenty of time left, but big emphasis on the defense right here. You know they're going to come out. You know they're going to play it slow. You know you're going to have some opportunity to make those defensive substitutions as you see fit. Something that you did not have the ability to do in the first half. So you got to be ready on that sideline. Coach calls your number to get in there. You got to be ready. You got to know your assignment. Also, you got to stay disciplined. Don't give up free yards on offside penalties. Coach Reardon has shown that he is a student of this game. He has pulled out all the tricks in order to keep him with this 2-point lead right here. Free yards is in every coach's playbook. So watch late here as you're getting tired. You know you're tired. All of a sudden your mind starts to wander. You know, real easy to get those offside penalties and give those free 5 yards. We don't want that on this. We need a 3 and out. We need to get the ball back. We need to drive down, and we need to go home with this victory.
You know, and then like we said, since it's only a 2-point game, we talked about the field goal. Jake Doherty, he's shown that he can kick pretty well. He shows that he has the leg to make these field goals. So if it comes down to the point where they're like 20, 30, like about 20 yards out or so or something like that, you know, and clock's running out and they're still in the same situation, you know, that you have a leg that you can trust to go out there and put this game on ice.
Yeah, I'm assuming Coach Arnold's going to be comfortable probably, I would say, at the deepest, probably the 20-yard line. That's going to be a 20, 37-yard field goal. Maybe pushing it would be the 25-yard line. But I think comfortably Coach Arnold's going to want to, if you get this ball back, get the stop, get the ball back, I think he's going to want to be somewhere close to the 20-yard line before he's comfortable with kicking a 37, 42-yarder.
Jake Doherty off to kick this one down to Ursuline. 5:20 left in the game. The kick is up. It's a high booming kick. Fielded at the 10-yard line.
Clip.
They bring him down about the 37-yard line.
Well, this is what it's coming down to. 5:12 left. Raiders down 2 points, 41-43. Ursuline's going to have the ball on their own 38-yard line here to start out.
You know, we've seen that this defense come out last possession, and they were able to hold this Ursuline team to a 3 and out. And we need another critical one right here to even have a chance to put this one on ice. And Shannon and McElroy back there have been having amazing games each on just with their legs and in the air. Gives it off to McElroy, his guy, gets about 4 or 5 yards on that one.
Yeah, McElroy is going to end up with about a 4-yard gain right there. Going to bring up this 2nd and 6. Ursuline trying to get back into their groove. You saw they didn't like how they slowed down, took them out of their rhythm. They're back into the hurry-up offense. You know, I give a lot of credit to Coach Reardon. As a Browns fan, we watch him go into these prevent offenses, and all of a sudden it slows down because you're not in sync. They're going right back to what's worked for him with the hurry up.
He's looking deep. A little bit of hands, laundry on the field. I don't know about that call. A little bit more offensive than defensive, in my opinion. He's getting a little handsy there with the defender.
We'll see what they're going to call here. Question if that ball was even catchable. Offensive pass interference. Good call, Brandon. There's the put. Oh, I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know if I saw the push off there, but obviously the official did, and he's in a better spot than I am, so I'll take what he says.
I say a little bit of hands going on down there.
That's a huge play there. That's going to bring up second and probably 17-18 here. Exactly what the Raiders needed on this defensive stand.
2nd and 17, 4:31 left in the game. Shannon in the shotgun. He's looking to the sideline for the call.
They're back in their traditional offense. Let's see if the Raiders bring a little pressure.
Got a man blitzing up the middle. And he sacks him at the 20-yard line. That is what we needed.
Looks like Saad coming up from that strong safety position, flew through, able to clip those ankles, going to bring the quarterback down at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, we've been calling Dukes' number all night long. He went out at one point with that little bit of that cramping injury, and he comes out and makes one of the biggest plays for this defense tonight, setting up a 3rd and 28.
Well, we talked about what they needed here, wondered if the Raiders were going to bring a blitz. Looked like they brought Saad there from the safety position, ended up flying up from his position, getting through the line of scrimmage and able to chase down the quarterback with a shoestring tackle back to the 20-yard line. You got a 3rd and 28, big play here. Don't want to give the quarterback a lot of time back there to be able to allow him to get those receivers deep, but at the same time, don't want to leave any of your corners exposed. Too big of a play right here on 3rd and 28 with 4:23 left.
This is a very big play coming up. Harding called their first timeout of the half. You know, Ursuline's probably think of what way they can kind of cook up some kind of play to get back some of these yards so that if they do get the stop, they can push him back pretty deep and make Harding go the length of the field here.
Officials are calling him back out on the field.
It's a very crucial 3rd and long for this Raider defense.
You can hear this crowd getting into it.
They're fired up. They're looking for a
quick screen. Double pass.
Double pass. It's tipped.
That's a live ball. Live ball. Live ball.
They got to get him down. There it is. There is the stop this Raider defense needed. Good awareness by this defense to keep their eyes on the ball and not let that play get out of hand too soon.
Great play by the defense there, staying home. Medina, the first game of the year, hit us with that double pass. This time, Raiders definitely prepared for it.
Yeah, Bernie had a little bit of a drop on that. They were able to get a slip on that.
A shot. A shot by Tyreek Ivory. Put that ball on the ground again. It's going to bring up 4th and 28. Is that Tyreek Ivory waiting back deep?
Got the clock ticking. 3.5 to go. Play clock's winding down. Punter's trying to fake it.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, it'd been nice to field that.
Better. Good on the defenders for kind of stepping away, not risking touching it, and Ursuline getting that ball back. We would have liked to see you pick it up and make something happen with it, but I think that was the safe call on this one.
Listen, excellent field position on the 45-yard line here. I'll say it again as you watch this replay. Punter, got to give a lot of credit to the punter there for being able to get himself out of that position for his team. And once again, nice to see Kincaid Tyson back on the field after that arm injury.
Got 3 and some change left on the clock here for the Raiders. 2 timeouts. Ursuline has 1. Harding's got about 55 yards to go, and that's even just for the 6th. Remember,
we'll say it again. They've showed the ability to stay in games. They've shown the ability to come back from games. We're looking for the ability to close it out. with 3 minutes and 11 seconds here left in the fourth quarter.
Man in motion. It's a handoff up the middle. Pick up about 7 yards on the play.
Fake the jet sweep left, came back with the counter. Gonna ring off about 6-7 yards on the play there. Bring up a nice 2nd and 3. Opens the playbook up here. 2nd and 3, you're wide open. Have the ability to take a shot downfield if you want to. You can run it. Everything is wide open to the coach's disposal on a 2nd and 3.
Clock's just under 3 minutes here. A 2nd and 3. Got 3 men wide on the near side here. Jet takes the ball. Takes it himself. Up the middle.
Gone.
First down.
Gone.
20, 15,
Gone.
10,
Gone.
5. Touchdown Raiders! Dallas Jet puts on the Jets and puts the Raiders up 47-43 with 2:23 left in the game. Woo!
Dallas Jet has lit up Mollenkopf Stadium. Great run. Talked about it. We'll watch it again. He does the quick fake. Couple moves. Turns on. Plants that right leg. Avoids a tackler. And it's off to the races. And nobody is going to catch Dallas Jet.
Dallas Jet. We've mentioned him all night long. He's been making plays with his arms. He's been making plays with his legs. This guy, this young man has lots to be proud of tonight for the work he's done. This game ain't over yet, but he has helped get this team back in a position for that 2nd win of the season against a very good Ursuline team.
Yeah, you got a call here for the coaches. Looks like they're probably going to go for 2. No reason to really go up 5 points. You're already up more than a field goal. No reason to go up 5. Might as well try to go for 2, go up 6. So even if they do score, you still have an opportunity to stop that extra point. Once again, watching Dallas Jet fly up and down this field. You know, we talked earlier about kind of that hybrid between, you know, the Lynn Bowden with the legs and being able to run the ball and the elusiveness, and Elijah Taylor with that vision and the arm and the ability to stand up in that pocket and stand tall and deliver strikes. We've seen the whole thing. Last week I said Dallas Jet came to age. This became his team. He is putting his stamp on it tonight here at Mollenkopf Stadium against the Ursuline Irish.
Yeah, this has got to be one of the most electric games we've seen yet. But this Harding team is no stranger to dropping 40 plus on a team. You know, they put up 55, I believe, against Ursuline, or not Ursuline, East not too long ago. They put up 43 last week against Massillon, which is the most points they've ever put up against Massillon.
He's in.
And they're going for 2, and they did it. Make that 49-43. That is a 6-point ball game with 2:23 left on the clock.
We need defense. We talked about it this whole game before it started. This could easily come down to whoever has the ball last. Harding was able to come out quickly. I want to say they got the ball with about 4:39 on the clock. Able to score here with 2:23 left. Ursuline's only got 1 timeout. We're going to need a stand here. Got to watch. I don't think the running game is going to play a big part in this. You got to watch his favorite target, number 1, Dean Boyd. Been looking at him all night. Big body down there. I think they've got him listed around 6'4", 200 pounds. That's going to be somebody they got to watch all night. We've been comfortable with the one-on-one, shooting some blitzes. Those blitzes got through last time. I expect to see more. I don't expect to see Coach Arnold get conservative with the zone defense and leaving those safeties back. I expect him to see one-on-one, bringing linebackers, bringing safeties, making it uncomfortable for the quarterback to make him make some ill-advised throws, possibly get an interception, or even get him off the field in 4 plays.
Absolutely, Eddie. You know, this team has shown a whole new breed of life in this second half. They kind of stalled out a little bit here and there, but this second half, they've been electric. You know, this team is rallying up the fans here. These fans are rallying against with them. You know, this game is not over yet, but this team is alive and kicking. No pun intended with Jake Doherty kicking it away. Line drive kind of kick. Fielded at about the 15.
That's a problem.
Wide open room to run. And just like that.
Let him go. Let him go. No flags on the field. Huge play. You got to get some air up under that. Kicking that line drive like that doesn't give any of your kicking team an opportunity to get down there. He's able to catch that ball on a line drive. He's got 20, 25 yards of just straight sprint before he even encounters his first Raider defender. You got to get some air under that ball. Got to give your defense some time to get down there and get in position to make a play. Look, we're back and forth. I already told you, last team with the ball is going to win the game. Raiders about to get the ball. Ursuline's looking to go for it here. It looks like they're going to go for two. Nope, they're going to look like they're going to kick the field goal. 2:12 left. They're going to have an opportunity with one timeout to end this game on a field goal or a touchdown. He missed it. Nah, he made it.
Barely. And this game is still not over. Like you said last team with the ball is going to win this game.
Hey, who's got a punch left? You know, they've been back and forth, up and down. Who's got a punch left? Who's going to dig down deep? Who wants it more? This defense or this offense? Obviously, Ursuline's feeling real good right now. Harding a little shell-shocked after that kick return. But with the weapons they've got, the ability they've been able to show throughout this whole game, 1 point is nothing. They make the mistake and kick it deep to Dom Foster or Tyreek Ivory. Don't be surprised if you see another track race to the other end of this field.
And say this entire game long, I mean, yeah, there's been some miscues on all sides of the ball, but all three sides, offense, defense, special teams on both teams have both been very effective in the game all across the board. You know, we've seen a couple kickoff returns from both teams. We've seen a bunch of offensive flighting up the scoreboard out here. It's 49-50. I mean, that's almost 100 points of total points tonight. You know, this is a game. It's a shootout like we said it was going to be. So let's see what Harding can do to counteract and come back off of that botched special teams play there.
I see these deep guys. I see Dallas Austin back there as well with his speed. I see Tyreek Ivory. I see Dom Foster. They got their eyes on Atlantic Avenue.
.212 on the clock. The kick is away. It's not the deepest kick I think we've seen all night from these guys. Room to run, trying to flip the field, trying to cut. He's got space. There's a flag on the play.
Looks like you got that corner. They're going to call a hold out there. Looks like on 81. That's what gave him the ability to hit that corner. So you're going to have 10 yards from there. Looks like they're going to probably start out at roughly about the 15-yard line. So you're going to have an 85 yards, 2:03, and one timeout left.
Let's take a look here and see if we can find it. Yeah, it's a little bit of a hold there. Just enough to give him that break on the corner.
It looks like they're going to spot him around the 14-yard line, so that's going to be 86 yards to pay dirt. Talked again. From what I've seen of Jake these last couple years, I would assume Coach Arnold's going to be comfortable at roughly the 20-yard line. Probably would like to get it somewhere inside there.
And my eyes here watching warm-ups a couple weeks ago, I saw him hitting some 50-yard field goals, so I wouldn't be surprised if they have enough
screen.
faith.
They stuffed it out, though.
Can't go backwards. Gotta call a timeout here, I think.
You got a minute 54. I think you only got one left. You got to keep this moving. Keep it moving. No walking on the field. Like what they were doing there. You saw a lot of aggressiveness by the defense. Tried to suck them in. Looked like those linemen didn't go for it, or maybe they're just tired and didn't have that rush there, but put them in a perfect position for that screen.
Dallas Jett looking for the sideline. And through the hands. Puts up a 3rd and long situation here for the Raiders.
Yeah, you got to get in there, settle them down. You can tell the nerves are there. Pass a little too strong out there for Ivory. Got to take a little bit off of that. Going to bring up this 3rd and 13, obviously 4-down territory here with a minute 30 left.
Got 3-man on the far side of the screen. He's looking deep. He's got time. He's getting flushed out. He's looking for the corner. He's got Tyreek Ivory, and he gets out of bounds.
Excellent field awareness. Excellent job by that offensive line, giving Dallas Jet all the time in the world. Little footwork there, bought him probably another 3 seconds. Tyreek Ivory able to set up and make himself available to Jet. Strong arm to hit him on the left sideline. Ivory with the sense to get out of bounds, stop that clock, and preserve the timeout.
And say we've been calling on Ivory's name all night long. You know, it really shows the kind of chemistry and rapport that Jet has established with Tyreek Ivory.
It's like Ursuline wants to talk about it, going to burn their last timeout. What a game, Brandon. What a game.
Absolutely. This is a lot. This is, I think, a lot closer than people may have thought it was going to be. You know, Ursuline coming in, they opened up the season with that 62-point game against some Bishop or not Bishop Sycamore. But yeah, they opened up that season with a big 62-point game. You know, they had that nail biter last week against Fitch. They only won by 1. You know, they're looking to try to make that happen again tonight, but Harding's not giving up yet.
Well, the thing to remember is, like, you know, Harding's having this 1-3 record is not indicative of the team that's on this field. I say it again, one of the toughest first 4 games of any Division II school in the state of Ohio, with Medina and Hudson and Maslin, and you know, obviously the game against East. Now taking on Ursuline, you know, who is always a powerhouse. It may be Division V, but we know this is a different type of Division V team. So really no surprise. Harding's been able to hang in all these games. Just looking here to close it out with 1:21.
Dallas Jet lining up in the shotgun, 3-man far side. He's looking for a man. Flush out of the pocket. He's looking for a man up the middle. Nice play by Foster.
Whew. Once again, finding that soft spot in that zone. Middle is wide open. Look, Ursuline's been beat deep too much. Those safeties are not letting anybody get behind them. They are evacuating. Linebackers are going with them, opening up that soft spot.
Flush out of the pocket. He's looking to move. Get out. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Good awareness. Good awareness.
He's got 8. He's got 8.
Jet seems a little shaken up.
Jet took a pretty big hit on that, but he's up.
So we had a correction here. Someone's telling us Ursuline is Division 4, not Division 5.
Oh.
Didn't know they moved up, but good for them. I mean, with the way they're playing, you wouldn't be surprised.
They're going to call a penalty. Are they going to call? They call. And they called.
It's a sideline warning again?
No. They called intentional grounding. That's going to take the. That's a play and a penalty. Big penalty there. That's the play and the penalty.
Brings up a 3rd and long situation here. Sorry, 2nd and long.
Actually, no. Yep. Third and 19.
3rd and 19. It's
got to get some of it here. He's a let it.
Oh, you can't have that happen.
And you're going to have to burn that timeout here.
Sir.
Burn the timeout. Ursuline's defense needed a stop. Couldn't have come at a worse time for Harding there. Jet a little shook it up from the play before. Couldn't get the ball off. Defense came up and made a great play.
And just comes and just nails him from the side. That was number 3 from Ursuline.
One of the defensive linemen there. I think that might be the first sack of the night for Ursuline. Came at the best time for him. Going to bring up a huge 4th and 24. Not really a lot of 24-yard plays in the playbook. I don't know if he's going to just want to look to see if he can get a one-on-one with Tyreek Ivory or Dom Foster and throw it up. Maybe some type of hook and ladder. But it's down to this. 47 seconds left. 4th and 24 from their own 30-yard line.
Let's see what kind of play Coach Arnold's got up his sleeve here. Jet drops back, pressure's coming, shakes the defender, he's looking deep, chirps up,
Got time.
Flips the
He's got
field.
time.
He's got room.
He's got time.
He's got Tyreek on the near side.
He's got to let it go.
Still keeping it alive, and that'll do it for the Raiders, it looks like. What an incredible game nonetheless.
Dallas Jet tried everything he could to make something happen there. Able to come back to this side. Thought maybe he was going to have something with this wide side of the field open, give him an opportunity to get that pass off. Unfortunately, was not able to get a receiver to break loose. I would tell you this, 49-50, heartbreaker on that kickoff return. Hats off to our kids. Give them a lot of credit. Big game, great team across this field in the Ursuline Fighting Irish. But once again, they were right there, stayed in it with a very potent offense. Unfortunately, just came up one play and 1 point too short.
Ursuline lines up here in the victory formation. I mean, hats off to Coach Reardon. I mean, this was an incredible game through and through. I mean, we said it was going to be a shootout, and instead it came down to the team with the ball last. I mean, there's not much more you can ask for other than just finding a way to close it out. Harding came back. They played an amazing game, and just at the end of the day, just a little came up short.
Want to take an opportunity to thank everybody at WSCN for this production. Being told got a little over 1,000 people that tuned into this game. We want to thank everybody for tuning in, supporting these kids that are on the field, as well as these students and the faculty that are behind the cameras that bring this great production to you. Once again, just an amazing game. Privilege for us to be able to be here, be able to call this, watch these kids go out here and just fight. Just unfortunate, in every game there's a winner and loser, and unfortunately in this game, Harding's going to come up the loser. But once again, a lot of positive things to take away from this game, Brandon. Just, the kickoff, the special teams, their ability to fight back on offense, just to stay in the game. We saw a lot of great things from the junior quarterback, Dallas Jet. A lot of great things from the two big names of Tyreek Ivory and Dom Foster on the offensive side. And hats off to the Ursuline side. That quarterback was everything that he was billed for. Number 5, Brady Shannon. We talked a lot about the running back, number 6, McElroy. Great performance. Defense, those corners were able to hold out Dean Boyd for most of the night. But just once again, hats off to the players, the coaches down there. Unbelievable game. Unfortunately, we came up just a bit short.
Yeah, I mean, Ursuline came in. Their only loss this season was actually to Chardon, who was last year's Division III champions. I mean, they came out, and then this team is just. They are very, very well coached. Dan Reardon here, he's like I said, he's in his second stint here in Ursuline. He was in Canton McKinley for a bit, doing some stunt work out there. He came out here, and he coached a game, and he coached these guys very well. It was an amazing game. They got ahead 4-1. Harding unfortunately goes down to 1-4, but between you and me, Eddie, I think it's probably one of the best 1-4 teams I think I've ever seen.
Oh, without a doubt. And the way the playoff format is, they get in, you never know what could happen. Just try to keep the kids healthy, and just keep on moving on and keep on progressing.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't ask for much more other than just putting the points on the board at the end of the game.
Right.
But that was an incredible game.
Well, tonight I think I'll take my counterpart, Tom, and once again shout out to Tom Bird. I know he's out there listening, Tom. Missed you up here. Brandon did a great job filling in. Saw a great game. But on behalf of myself, Brandon Moffitt, and the whole crew from WSCN here from Mollenkoff Stadium, good night, everybody, and have a good weekend, and we'll see you at the next one.